And I think we are live right at this moment. First of all, let me just say my name is R. Jones. And of course, you're watching Untitled. That is us. I'm your host / moderator. And joining me, as always, my guys, formerly, and I said formerly from the BX, but he became a New York trader. Now I'm joking with him. But he now resides in North Carolina. My man Dominic is in the house. Thank you for joining me, brother. How you feeling, brother, man?
I'm great. All right, let's roll, baby.
All right, you already know how we do it. And of course, the man, we just talking about this man's personal life. I ain't gonna put it out there, but he's a year away from the ultimate happiness. My man Reggie. Reggie, what's going on, brother?
It's not a year, it's months.
Months.
Let's get it right.
Months. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. Brag about it. Tell him about
it. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. So with that being said, gentlemen, let's get into it. The first thing on the docket, we're gonna ride in the lane of Major League Baseball for a few. And the New York Mets. Okay. They hired this guy. I was like, who the hell is this guy? His name is Carlos Mendoza. His last job was formerly with the crosstown rivals with the New York Yankees as a bench coach, and he served in that capacity for I think 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. I was reading some other stuff on how they can improve, their upcoming season, and one of the points was they pointed out an experienced manager. So when they hired this guy, because he has no prior management experience on a major league level, perhaps in the minor leagues, which he has been. He's been with the Yankees, I think, 11 or 13 years now, and he first started out in the minors. Okay, and he actually played ball, but he was in the minor leagues and also the independent leagues, playing for about 11 years, 13 years, I believe, so if I'm not mistaken. Again. Buck Showalter, he left. He got tired for whatever the reason is. He got dissatisfied, and they bring in this guy Mendoza, who a lot of people don't know, and it is concern. I get it, because this is a guy never managed in the major leagues before. But there are a few things that kind of it's not that bad, Met fans. It's not that bad, because one, from what I understand, he's very affable. He can work with talent from the minors to the majors. You know what I'm saying? And the Mets, with an influx of young players, this might actually work out. You got, throwing the fact you got a guy with owner with deep pockets. You understand, like Steve Cohen, combining with these young players. Listen, this could be like the perfect storm for them, and I mean that in a positive way. So, Met fans, don't throw out your merchandise. Don't throw out your hats, your gear, over this move, because this might be a blessing in disguise. And I'll just drop it right there for a second and let you guys pick it up, and we'll bat it around a few.
I'm wondering, is he an analytics guy?
You
know how baseball is.
Mm-hmm. I would hope not.
Me too, but
right
again. Is this what I mean? How do you go from Buck Showalter, stable, historically great manager? I mean, yes, he has not won a chip, but it seems like as soon as he leaves, that team he built, they win a chip,
right?
Except the Orioles,
right?
So I don't know. This guy couldn't have been a hitting coach on the Yankees. I know that.
No,
he
probably
was a bench
wasn't.
coach. Yeah,
yep.
Because if he was a hitting coach, I would have. And I'm a Yankee fan. I might have doubled down on that, unless he's going to come to Queens and say, "Hey, it's home run or bust."
Right.
I don't know. So, I wish him the best. I'm just confused how you go from Buck Showalter after what, 2 years? What was he manager? 2 years?
It was 2 years. Yeah, 2 years, because he guided them to 101 wins the first year he got there, and then they had that horrific season last year. So. I don't know, man. It's kind of
I can't figure this one out.
And I get it. I do understand how hardcore, diehard Met fans would be like, "Yo," because even our boy David, he was like, "I had no idea who this guy is." You understand? And you were a Yankee fan, and he was a bench coach.
I didn't
even know. And you're a diehard Yankee fan. You don't even know. So But again, I personally don't think it's that bad. As a matter of fact, there's a manager, Rob Thompson. Okay, and this is a guy from the is it the Phillies?
Yeah, used to.
Yeah, and he's won a World Series, and this Thompson guy had no Major League Baseball managing experiences. So are the Mets trying to copy this plan? And
he's the one that filled in for Girardi, remember?
Yes, he did. Exactly. So are the Mets looking at this and hoping lightning can strike in a bottle for them? I mean, I don't know. Who's to say? But again, I personally kind of like this move after my initial reaction, of course. I looked at it and I was like, you know what? Again, the Mets have a huge influx of young talent. And this guy is a guy that can work with the young talent. You understand? So, because he's reputedly a guy that knows what he's doing. You understand? As far as like building up skills and knowing the weaknesses and strengths of players. So, with that being said, this might be a good move for them, especially the young players. And again, you throwing that big wallet of Cohen into the mix. Well, you might have the makings of something positive from this point going forward for the New York Mets.
So maybe he's more of a teacher than what what Showalter was.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's one of the main attributes that this man has. So again, I don't look at that as a bad thing. You know.
No. I mean, they can only go but up, right?
Exactly. You can't get any worse. I'm just saying, you can only go up. You know. So
it ain't like they don't have no talent,
and they do have plenty of talent.
Right. It ain't like they suck. I mean, they had a bad year, but it ain't like they're, scraping the bottom. I mean, they happen to be in a tough league, tough division.
They're in a tough division. The thing where they messed up, in my view, was the starting rotation. When you bring a guy like Verlander and Mad Max Scherzer over, and these guys are up in age, they have long teeth.
Long in the teeth.
You know what I'm saying? They're long in the tooth. You know what I'm saying? Long in the teeth and whatnot for years and whatnot. I mean, could you really expect a great amount of success from either one of those two or both for that matter? No. So that right there it was a recipe for disaster. It spelled doom from the start. I'd like to think that they would learn from that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're going to make a splash in free agency, let's not do the 37, 38-year-old guy and sign. No, that's not the way. That's not going to get it. That's not going to get it done. You understand? That's going to come back and explode in your face. And you're going to be messed up from it,
How fast did they go from rah, boom, baye, from not signing DeGrom, picking up these two senior citizens, and that lasted, 2.5 months?
Well, the thing with, you're right, Don, but you know what the thing is, though? Honestly, you just spoke about DeGrom and whatnot. That's a guy they should have traded. I'm sorry. That's a guy they should have traded. You know what I'm saying? You build up your depth and whatnot. You get you could have got a pretty solid core of 2, maybe 3 players for DeGrom at one point. You could have. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like a blue chip prospect that is going to be major league bound and ready to produce. You know what I'm saying? Either on the pitching or the hitting side. They could have easily flipped that because this guy was lights out. But he was lights out with arm issues, as we've seen. You understand? He went to a team that won the World Series. He had nothing to do with it. He had nothing to do with
it. Does he get a ring?
He better get a ring as much as they paid for him. He needs to get a ring.
Wow.
But I'm just saying, he had nothing to do with it. And yet your team won the World Series.
Participation.
Yeah, that weak stuff. Exactly. Thank you. Here's your little sippy cup.
Yeah, there you go.
The sippy cup coming at you next week.
There you go. Exactly. So again, they really gaffed on certain things. You understand the fact that they didn't trade DeGrom, the fact they signed 2 old geezers to be at the top of the rotation or whatnot. It didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to set you back a few years. However, if you got this guy Mendoza, well, I think it's a good hire. You know what I'm saying? And he teaches, on all levels and whatnot. And if he can reach these ball players, I think that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Again, go into free agency, get a few things, a couple of starters, perhaps. Re-sign Alonso, of course. You know what I'm saying? And do a little tinkering, and you should be fine. This is the time to do it, and you got the right guy to do it. So, with that being said, we might want to move on, or
let's wish him the best. That's all.
That's all we could do. Dom?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go back to the Mets on this, but what free agent moves can be made to improve, the New York Mets and the New York Yankees? Let's start off with the Yankees, shall we? And since you're a Yankee fan,
I wish Chandler was here. Believe it or not, yeah. Because you remember how he was. It's like they don't want to sign nobody. They don't want to spend money. Then we get the back and forth of, okay, we offer them the same amount, but do they not want to play in New York? Do they not? Is the luster of playing for the Yankees gone? I don't know. I mean, Soto. I think Soto should go to the Mets or the Yankees. I'll put that out there for both teams.
Wow, you think Juan Soto? Really?
Talk about a disaster.
Right.
I think the San Diego Padres probably spent almost as much money as the Dodgers, but at least the Dodgers made it to the playoffs.
Exactly. That's horrible. Horrible.
They really got shook. Now that Ohtani, whatever, I don't know how to say his name. But
where's he going to go?
Yeah, where's he going to go? California, maybe.
Well, yeah. They're saying the other side, the other part of Los Angeles.
His would be a trip.
The Dodgers. The Dodgers.
He decided to go to the Rangers.
Oh, oof. Yeah, that's Woe is right. It's
not like they can't hit.
Whoa. Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So
that would be kind of curtains for the American League for a minute.
Right, for sure. Man. You know who I like actually for both either the Mets or the Yankees, specifically the Mets, but even for the Yankees, I like this kid, this 25-year-old kid in Japan, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Yeah. I kind of like this kid, and I don't know the whole history of these pitchers from Japan coming here like that. Some have been successful, some not so successful. There's what's that guy's name? The fat toad, Hideki Arabu was one.
For the Yankees.
That guy. Yeah, for the Yankees, and what was the other guy for the Mets that they made a bid? I like that guy too, but he just didn't turn out to be what he was going to be. I forgot the guy's name. It's a Japan pitcher, very popular at the time.
But we hit pay dirt with Matsui.
Remember that? Oh yeah, for sure, of course. I could.
But let me ask you a question, Reg. Do you think that these guys want to stay that way because it's closer to the Pacific than the Atlantic? It's closer to go back that way.
That's a possibility, Dom. For sure.
I don't know. I mean, Ichiro did it for years, remember, in Seattle.
In Seattle and whatnot, right.
I don't know if that's some kind of Atlantic Ocean versus the Pacific Ocean, west side, east side, west coast, east coast beef.
I don't think it gets too cold in California.
Yeah.
That too.
Well, there's that too. Exactly. You're out there playing ball, in March and April, because the game starts late March or whatnot. Like the last couple of days of March is when the season officially starts, if I'm not mistaken. And you're out there. No, you don't want to be out there during that time. Even in April, you don't want to be out there at that time and whatnot. Because it's not the summertime like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. The weather could go from being like 45, 50 to like 75 degrees from day to day.
It's hard. It's hard for them to try to figure it out, guys. Like, okay, let's have everybody play on the West Coast to begin. You can't do that. It's
for sure.
It's virtually impossible. Somebody's going to be playing in the cold. But I just think a lot of these guys coming from that neck of the woods, like Cuba. Most of them, remember the guys from Cuba? They would go to Florida, New York. We had what's his name? The pitcher with the crazy rotation. Oh man,
who was it? Luis Tiant?
Hernandez.
Okay, Hernandez.
El Duque.
El Duque. Right. Yep, of course.
I mean, I don't think nobody. I hate to say this because it reminds me of Chandler. I just don't think the money and the lure of coming to the Yankees is. Remember, we offered basically the same amount of money for what's his name. the third baseman for the Padres. How could I forget his name?
Oh man.
Play for the Orioles. Manny Machado.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
We basically offered the same amount of money San Diego did. Mm-hmm. He went to Cali.
Mm-hmm. Well, you could be right. The lure might not be, there anymore for the Yankees or whatnot. I mean,
Soto been on the East Coast, guys. He played for the
Washington.
Yeah, so
he played for Washington.
I got a funny feeling the Mets are going to get him for some strange reason.
Who, Soto?
Yep.
Or really?
Soto. Mm-hmm.
Now that would be big. Mm-hmm. I think the Yankees should go after. I mean, you're not going to get Shohei. Let's just put that out there. And you know how I feel about the Yankee management anyway, guys. I take from Chandler on that. I agree with him, and I've been saying it ever since that they don't really want to win championship number 28. The winning is getting the ticket sales, the sellouts, maxing out the subscribers on the Yankees network and whatnot. I just don't see it. I don't see it, especially with that fool, that clown running the general manager's office. That guy Brian Cashman. He seems to not make the move they should make or make the moves they shouldn't make. That's been more on than off. But the guy that they should get, honestly, I like this guy Cody. I like Cody Bellinger. You know what I'm saying? You got a good left-handed hitter. He's 28 years old. He's 28 years old.
Porch.
They do need a left-handed bat, though.
They do need a left-handed bat, and they need somebody. They need somebody that doesn't get often that. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't get often get injured, should I say? You know what I mean? Oh. And Cody, to me, fits that bill. He fits that bill. And he's 28 years old.
Good call.
Yeah, he's 28
I'll
years
tell
old.
you this, R. We've said it before, but I think even the Yankee management, upper management, is like, this is it. Cashman got one foot on the banana peel and the other one out the door.
I certainly hope so.
This is it for him. This year, if he don't, and I mean, again, I'm not taking his side. It's kind of hard, man, to put that much. Because we don't know. Like, I know what they did with Machado. And he just said, no, thank you. And he went where he wanted to go. So, I mean, if you're going to put that much pressure on the GM, I just think they need a change. I hate to say that. I sound like we need a new face. We need a new voice. The typical answers. But Cashman has been there a minute, guys. I mean.
It's not like Manny had a beard growing,
Yeah. What's that guy's name that won in Boston and Chicago? Epstein.
Theo.
He done brought two franchises World Series that were like 75, 80, 90 years apart. Two times.
Right.
And Cashman hasn't won since, if I'm not mistaken. He might have won in 09. I forgot when the Cubs won.
Right. But he
was the Yankee GM when the Red Sox beat the Yankees and went on to win their first World Series in 80. Since 1918, Babe Ruth.
Yeah. Exactly.
But he's done it twice. So it just might be time, guys, to say, hey, Art, thank you for your service.
You know what, Dom? He's done it twice. And here's the thing. You've done it twice, and you have unlimited resources.
Money.
Word. Not just, you know what? And I'll even go a step further. Not just money, brother. When I say resources, I'm not just talking about money, but you got the scouting department. You understand? Come on, man. Come on. It's ridiculous.
Apparently, the scouting department ain't doing too well.
Right.
Well, they may not be doing too well, but can they improve on that? Do we have to fire some guys and get some proven talent in that department?
That's what I'm saying, R. Maybe it's time to just, hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Again, it's the atypical answer from organizations. We just want a new voice in the room. But maybe, come on, guys.
Sometimes it applies. It applies properly. Sometimes it does, man.
I got nothing against Brian Cashman. I don't know him from Adam's house cat. All I know is I'm a Yankee fan, and something ain't right.
Something ain't right. And again, you're a Yankee fan, Don, and Reggie's a Yankee fan as well. And so am I. But I'm just saying, at the same time, it's got to be frustrating to us. It's frustrating to us because we see what it can really be. You understand? I'm not saying we're gonna have a Boston Celtics dynasty where we're gonna just reel off like 10, 11 World Series championships in a row.
I was getting ready to say that, R.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. But
I'm not that guy.
Yeah,
I'm not that guy that's going to say, okay, we got to change the GM and we got to win the next 4 out of 5 weeks.
Right.
No, I'm not that guy.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But it's like we're not even
competitive.
Exactly. First round gone.
Right. Well,
wild card gone.
You know what? You say that. What bothers me too is the fact that the philosophy doesn't seem to change. We can't. Are we stealing bases? Are we moving runners over?
Oh.
Or are we just depending on the Earl Weaver 3-run home run? Is that what we're depending on? That's what we're depending on offense from? Come on now.
First off, they need pitching. They need pitching in the worst way. You know, let's start there.
Right.
You know, so much for the hitting because we already know what we got with the hitting. You know, fences are no. You know, Texas. Look how Texas did.
Yeah.
You know,
well, Texas had an offense. They had a hell of an offense. They had a hell of an offense.
They may not have swung for the fences, but they was up, like I said when it started, they was up there in every major offensive category.
Exactly.
You couldn't tell me except that one guy that used to pitch for Boston. Evoto, how you say his name.
You
can't tell me another pitcher on Texas.
No.
Except Chapman, because he was one of ours.
Right.
But you know who the hell was hitting for him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And they weren't home run or bust. They were just a very good hitting team.
And this is what I'm saying. This is the point I'm getting to about that. You know, every year it seems like we seem to have the same conversation about this Yankee offense. Home run or bust. Home run or bust. I don't see guys stealing bases like that, even though there was some that was stealing. But again, moving base runners over was key to me. If you're not doing that, you're not scoring. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I've seen this philosophy for too many years as a fan, and it drives me crazy. And you got a guy up there sitting in the general manager's office not doing jack shit about it.
And you know what's weird, guys?
You could be like the Houston Astros, you know. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Well, but here's the thing, guys. 2001, 9/11, 2001. The Arizona Diamondbacks beat us. The Arizona Diamondbacks beat us the way we're talking the Yankees ain't doing. Remember, you all remember Diamond. You all remember the Arizona team. They weren't a home run hitting team.
No, they weren't.
Hit the ball, move the guys along.
There you go.
And then 5 years, whatever years later, here come Kansas City with a bunch of no-name players. They hit the ball, they ran, they didn't stop running until they scored. Exactly. No home run hitters. They didn't have no big home run hitters in the World Series. And we're not seeing this. Again, the model was placed in the Yankees' face in 2001 with Arizona.
Yep.
And we continued because at that time, you know, we had our big four. But again, guys, going back that long, 22 years ago, that was the handwriting. The Arizona Diamondbacks were the handwriting. And not long after that, I'm telling you, here comes Kansas City. Did the same thing the Diamondbacks did and beat the Mets.
Beat the Mets, exactly. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. Yeah,
never
guys.
Home run hitters.
No, on those teams, don't quote me, but again, on those teams, the Diamondbacks and the Kansas City Royals, I could guarantee that they didn't have a guy that hit 30 or more home runs. I would say probably 25, 27 tops.
Yeah.
You understand? So
you remember Kansas City guys. They hit the ball and they never stopped running.
Yeah.
Like if they hit a ball even in the gap where the outfielder was picking up, they were still going to second base.
Exactly.
They would get thrown out going to second base and just stay there at first. They was just a hit the ball, run, hit the ball, and it was a great defensive team. And they played great defense. They had great speed. And again, we've seen this.
And it didn't cost a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, we helped fund their team. We helped fund that team.
Exactly. It didn't cost a lot of money.
The way Major League Baseball plays the salary cap game, where me and R got to give money to other teams because we blew out the cap.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Come on. This shit doesn't make any sense, man. So that
$20 million contract won the World Series.
And here's another thing too. We talk about this Yankee payroll or whatnot. To not have a reliable left-handed bat to take advantage of that short porch in right field, it's ludicrous to me. It doesn't make sense. And again, I throw that on Mr. Cashman. I throw it on him. Because again, you have the resources. Get somebody in here even if it's a Paul O'Neill type that doesn't have the home runs like that. But I'm just saying, take advantage of things in your ballpark that favor you by having the right personnel.
Right.
My God, what is so hard about that? I don't understand that.
The curse of Robbie Cano.
Exactly. I just don't get it. I'm like,
when's the last good left-handed hitter we had since Robbie Cano?
Man.
I'm just asking. I might have forgot.
Yeah, I might have forgot too, but I can't. My mind's drawing a blank right now. To be honest,
saying, guys.
I can't even bring it up. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? So
I had that kid Bird, that first baseman Bird.
Right.
He was supposed to be the next Ted Williams with the sweet swing. And
right.
The guy had bad this, bad that. He never got off the ground because of
never
injury.
got off the ground. Exactly.
Had a hell of a stroke, guys. I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm.
Just couldn't stay healthy.
Exactly. I totally. When you said Bird, I was like, who was he talking about? Then
remember
you said,
first baseman.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, and you're right. He did have a sweet stroke, but again, he can't stay on the field long enough.
The curse of Robbie Cano.
Yeah.
Think about it, guys. I think about it all the time because guess what? The Yankees offered him as much money, but he wanted the extra years.
Right.
And he goes to Seattle.
Right. Yeah.
Ends up going to the Mets.
Yep, exactly.
Ends up getting steroids every other week. And
right.
But he was our last very good left-handed hitter.
He was. He really was.
And he was a hell of a fielder.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Saying. So he wasn't one-dimensional.
So we lose two important attributes instead of just one.
Over 2 years.
What I'm saying? Yeah. Over 2 years.
We gave him ridiculous. 8. He took 10.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, can you get mad at that?
No.
Would you as a GM have signed the 10-year deal? No.
No, because you know what? At that time, guys, it was almost it was the Alex Rodriguez, Albert Pujols curse, where we're going to try to get away from this. Though some have still gotten it. You know, Machado, Mike Trout. They got the 10, 12-year contract. But baseball, if you remember, guys, they was like, hey, you know, come on, man. Handwriting's on the wall. When ours on his 9th, 10th year.
Yeah, come on.
We're lucky he could be the DH.
Well, look at this guy. We talk about the Yankees. He's got Stanton, who got that deal in Miami. You know what I'm saying? He got that 13-year deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we see the results of that. It hasn't been exactly favorable for him. You know, really? there's flashes of brilliance at times, but for the most part, it's like, he's injured again.
Like I love Mike Trout, guys. I think he's still one of the best baseball players in the game. For sure. And was the best baseball player for good 5-6 years running. Can't stay on the field no more. And he's nowhere near what we're talking about.
No.
We're talking about on the last leg of a contract. He's questionable.
Right, exactly.
No, he's still in his early 30s, if just 30.
Well, when we were talking about being in his prime or reaching his prime, that dude was a beast.
Yes.
He was a beast.
Yes.
Because they used to be a highlight. When he's healthy. That guy is like just a highlight reel damn near every night in his prime or even before his prime. You know what I'm saying? On ESPN or whatever sports platform you watch. He was a nightly highlight reel.
Since you brought up ESPN.
Okay, go ahead. What we got?
I don't want to switch gears. Are we going to talk basketball?
Yeah, well, that's coming up next, but we can go into it.
I get so sick of that 4-letter network because if y'all notice, again, not to switch gears, is Bishop here?
No, he's not here. Not yet.
Who's that, Ronan?
That's Ronan right there.
Okay, so some of y'all was watching that game yesterday, I hope. The Knicks in San Antonio.
I missed it. I'm not going to lie. Okay. I did miss it.
For those that watched it on ESPN, you saw this. It was like they was trying to write a script, and it started at the pregame.
Okay.
This kid, 19 years old, the next LeBron, the next Kareem, the next this. And all of a sudden, at halftime, they were like, Richard Jefferson changing his Hugh Hefner outfit, coming out with a new smoking jacket. But at the end of the game, guys, they were so quick to jump to that Warriors game.
Really?
Now we'll go to the darlings of the NBA, the Warriors. The hell with Denver winning a chip. We're going to go with our little darlings and Denver whipped their ass. But anyway.
Right.
You can see how pissed off they were, guys, that they weren't going to be able to tell us another young star came in the Garden
right,
and stole the Knicks thunder. They were so, you could look in their faces and they were like, oh shit, what are we going to talk about? We had this pre-scripted.
Oh
and
man!
now the Knicks waxed these kids, and not only did they wax them, they held this kid in check. Mitchell Robinson did what most people are going to do to him now. Think about it, guys. This early in the season, he really hasn't played no real centers. Mitchell Robinson may have been the first real center he's played against. Okay. And what did Mitchell Robinson do? This kid was shooting air balls. He was shooting air balls.
He's not a center.
But the look on their faces, on all of them on that panel's face, they was like, oh shit, this script ain't gonna work.
Wow.
Let's go to the Warriors game.
Bro, it was that obvious?
Oh, to me. Because I hate ESPN.
Right.
And I know how they do, guys. It was so bad, that they brought in the fake Woj bomb to tell us Jamal Murray's going to be out for 3 weeks. Everybody knew that since yesterday.
Right.
Well, the Woj bomb tells us he may miss 3 to 4 weeks. No, motherfucker, we knew that. Y'all ain't got shit to talk about because the Knicks done bullied this kid. And we blew your narrative for the night.
Right.
Now we're going to talk about Jamal Murray.
Wow.
Really?
Okay.
Come on, guy. That shit was so sad.
Wow.
And you know what?
What's that?
Atypical Knicks fans, I got to give them credit because a lot of times Knicks fans get too enamored with these visitors, and that pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, and it was on ESPN, so they must have been calming the mics, where if it was the Knicks broadcast, Mike Breen would have said, and here come the overrated. ESPN didn't want you to hear that.
Right.
This is their next meal ticket. You didn't know about overrated till this morning.
Wow.
You didn't hear none of that during the game. Not once did they say, oh, here come the Knicks fans.
Wow.
They were muting mics and, it was sickening. It was sickening.
Damn, bro.
And they waxed them. They whooped their ass. And this kid didn't do jack. Nothing. So, just got bullied all night.
So think of the narrative had he had a decent game and the Spurs won on top of it. It'd be off the hook. Yeah, it'd be off the hook, right?
You might not even have saw the Golden State game because they still be talking about it.
Wow.
Another guy comes to the Garden and
wow.
Whoever saw it last night, guys, please help me out because I know I saw what I saw. They all sat there like this,
Wow.
Oh, we got Woj. Woj is going to tell us about Jamal Murray. We heard this shit.
You already heard it,
guys.
You already heard it.
Come on.
I'm sorry I missed it, to you honestly. I'm sorry I missed it. I would enjoy watching that. I'm not going to lie to you.
And what did they do today? Even on First Take, who always is willing to throw somebody under the bus because his hair wasn't curly. Even a loudmouth Barney. And in other news,
wow.
I'm like, oh, God, they don't want to mess up. I understand you don't want to mess up your meal ticket, but call it how you see it, bro. Don't fake it.
You know what? You just brought something to me with this this topic right quick. So now you're saying that Victor is the next big thing. What happened to so you got off King Zion? Y'all got off Zion already?
Oh, please.
What's happening over there in New Orleans? I mean, is he still playing? I mean, is he lighting it up? I mean, I haven't heard nothing, to be honest.
He's doing what Zion does, when he plays, he's dynamic.
Right. When he plays.
But exactly. You're sitting there thinking to yourself, all right, Anthony Davis, when's the glass slipper coming off?
Right.
When's he going to be back on the IR?
Wow. I just find it amazing. Man. That, and I think this Victor kid, I'm not a fan. Whenever I just hear his name, I automatically go to Frederick Weiss. I don't know why, but I just go there. It's like a knee-jerk reaction. You know what I'm saying? So,
but meanwhile, the other skinny kid that I had winning Rookie of the Year because he sat out last year from OKC, Chet Holmgren. Check his numbers versus Frenchie Fuqua's number.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
He ain't getting the talk.
No,
because that wasn't the glass slipper we wanted to put on. But this kid is balling.
Right, for sure. Ronan,
team's winning.
They both balling. I mean, you know, their numbers is about even. The numbers is about even from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And their record's a lot better.
Okay. Let me tell you what Ronan said. Ronan said Victor's gonna be groomed to replace the king whenever he graces us when he retires. He also adds Zion mania is over. 1, because he can't stay healthy, and 2, because the whole thing with Mariah Mills.
I forgot all about that one, Ronan.
Yeah, same here. Hell yeah, man. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you. So with that being said, let's lane of the NBA. So might as well stay in it. Are the New York Knicks management scared to make moves to improve the team? Now, I got this from the group. Man, not really our group, but another group, sports group that I'm a part of. And I saw this question from my boy, the coach, because he posed this question actually. And unbeknownst to me, apparently during the first matchup between the Knicks and the Cavs, Charles Barkley took us to task a little bit. Did you happen to catch that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about that during the time, and I think we should get into it a little bit now. He was saying more, to kind of paraphrase, that the Knicks need to do something. Right now, they're not contenders. They're a good team, or maybe a little below a good team and whatnot, but they need to make a move. Being a good team isn't going to get them to the promised land. And in a way, I kind of agree. And I'm not a Charles Barkley fan, but I do agree. Worldwide West, Leon Rose, I've been critical of them before, and I'm going to remain critical because, again, I'm not seeing it. To me, you were hailed as 2 guys who have connections, and you could bring stars to the Garden like that. I haven't seen it. I have yet to see it. I'm sorry. Am I wrong?
You're not going to see it. That's what's so sad.
Exactly. And I'm going to keep it a buck. Right here. Jalen Brunson, I wasn't too hot on belonging with this team. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, whatever. Okay,
I'm still not hot on him.
Okay, I'm gonna let you rock for a minute once I finish, and you can tell me why. But again, I wasn't really hot on him like that. But he showed me he could play. I'm not gonna lie. He did that during that first year. Last year, he showed he could play. I was like, okay, that's all they need is a real point guard. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about superstars. You understand? Where are those connections? What happened? So does Charles have a point? And again, I'm not his fan. I don't like the guy like that, but he does have a point. Let's keep it a buck now,
I will say this. I don't think what he's saying, he's thinking about what he's saying, because I've always said this, guys. Is it time to pull that trigger? Are we in that position to say, okay, Reggie McCoy is going to take us to that next level? Who is that player, first and foremost? Who is that player that we're supposed to be getting, according to all these talking heads? And is that one player meshed with what we got going to conference finals, NBA finals, whatever your theory or whatever your thoughts may be? I think that what they're doing, guys, we've never done, because we were so quick to get rid of all our assets for some junk in the trunk, for some senior citizen, for some has-been, or parlay all our assets for one player. We've seen all the other scenarios, guys. We haven't seen this one, where somebody's got the trigger, but they're not unloading the clip. Because I don't think it's time to put the clip out there. We're not that one player away, guys. We're not. I mean, unless y'all think differently, and tell me who the player is that we could just wave a magic wand, give up a quickly a Fournier, a McBride, and 3 draft picks to get. Who is this guy?
Well, when you said unload the clip, the person that came in my mind was Ja Morant.
Okay, my bad.
Now,
no pun intended.
Yeah, exactly. Now the thing is, though, honestly, the Knicks have 11 picks.
Yeah,
11. Charles brought this up. What are we gonna do with all these picks? Really? What are we gonna do with all these picks? At some point, you have to make a move. You have to make a move.
When?
I was about to say, Dom, and I get it. Where? Who we talking about?
Yeah,
it's definitely not hard. We don't want that. Okay, we don't want that. I get it.
Paul George.
I'm not a fan of his. Even though, no. I'm just gonna say outright no. Maybe. Joel Embiid. Maybe.
Hell no.
He folds faster than a tent in the airport. Come on, we've seen that movie.
I'm just saying. Listen.
So am I.
I'm just saying. You put Joel Embiid on that team in New York, he immediately is the best player on that team.
Okay.
He's the best player on that team.
He's going to be the best player regardless, but who the hell is he going to play with?
I didn't say gut the whole team or whatnot. No,
right.
No, you don't gut the whole team. That's why I mentioned I mentioned the 11 picks. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to trade all 11 for Embiid. No. You keep a majority of them. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
if you get rid of I know it's probably going to be unpopular. I get it, but I'm just saying, you throw in some picks. Definitely get rid of RJ. He's got to go. You understand? It may hurt, but you get rid of quickly as well.
I think if there's somebody available at this trade deadline, Quickly is the first chain dangling.
Right.
Because he's up for a contract.
Right.
He's not going to be a starter.
No.
And here's the thing about Jalen Brunson. I have nothing against him, but I personally, I'm not a basketball genius. I think he dribbles too much. He shoots too much. How in God's green earth in the last probably 2 out of 3 years, Julius Randle has led your team in assists?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay.
I lead him in assists this year too.
Right.
Because this guy dribbles and shoots a little too much. And I understand the pecking order, but I went over this last night on the Bleed Blue show.
Okay.
Between Barrett, Randolph, and Brunson. That was 70 shots.
3 players.
12 for Quickly. 82. That's 82 out of the 100 shots. Meanwhile, we got a hell of a shooter in Quentin Grimes that we can't get the ball to because 80 shots are being disseminated against 4 players.
Right.
Basically, do the math. That's basically 20 shots per player.
Right.
Hartenstein had more shots than Quentin Grimes last night.
Get the hell out of here.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
That's what they told me last night on the Bleed Blue. So come on,
wow.
I'm reading it right now.
Wow.
He had 8 shots. Grimes had 5.
Damn. Okay.
He's our best perimeter shooter. He got 5 shots.
Yeah.
Thank God it was a blowout, but he got 5 shots. Our 2 guard. Our shooting guard.
Right.
Word. Shooting guard. 5 shots. 5. He was 3 for 5.
Well, let me, in dissecting this, let me just throw this out there. And this is no shade towards Isaiah Hartenstein. Those 8 shots, were they from putbacks, so to speak? Grabbing a board.
A couple of them were, a couple of them were little floaters.
So let's be a little fair to dude and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I don't think.
But I'm just saying, he got 8 shots.
Design up plays for this guy and whatnot. He's not taking anybody off the dribble like that.
But that's part of what I'm saying. Even though he's getting 8 shots, however he's getting them,
right.
You can't find a way to get, again, maybe possibly our best perimeter shooter.
Right.
You can't get him more than 5 shots, and he was 3 for 5. I'm just saying. It ain't like he was throwing. It was like he was on the side of the backboard.
His percentage was nice.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy.
Okay.
I can't blame the coach. Well, you can.
Right.
But when you say that, again, my numbers routine comes back to me and says, Well, you know what?
Right.
We are holding teams to the least amount of points in the Eastern Conference.
Okay. Okay.
We're averaging giving up the least amount of points, and we're second in the NBA for that matter.
Right. Okay.
So I really can't say. But then again, Quentin Grimes is one of our best defensive players as well.
which is why, again, like I said, we talk about. Listen, I'll give up 4 picks. I think 4 picks.
Me
is
too.
Good.
Depending on who the player is.
Exactly. Okay, I'm just saying. I think 4 picks is good. I think getting rid of Quickly is good. I think also because we have a Grimes, you can get rid of Quickly. Okay, you can get rid of RJ definitely. You could get rid of Quickly along with that, and hell, I might even throw in Mitch Robb. Believe it or not, I might throw him out there. You can get.
I'll tell you who I was thinking about, guys.
Who are you thinking about, Dom?
DeAndre Ayton.
I don't think he would cost that much.
He already is. He already got a big contract. So
well,
we'd have to match dollar for dollar.
Well, okay, dollar for dollar. Okay, fine.
So we'd have to throw in Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly RJ.
Okay.
That might make the deal work. Or we could try to backdoor it because we know he's not going to be happy where he's at. So maybe we throw in Mitch Quickly, Fournier, get rid of some contracts, make the numbers work, bring him up. He's much more durable, much more flexible, much more than Mitchell Robinson. I like Mitch, don't get me wrong. Great rebounder, good shot blocker. But it ends right there. He's been in the league 5 years, hasn't developed the offensive move.
Right, exactly. Except
we don't got to worry about that with Ayton. He knows how to play offense. He's a pretty good defensive player. He's going to rebound. He's just stuck on a very shitty team right now.
Right.
So can you possibly – I just don't know who that guy is. I mean, the Donovan Mitchell thing, that's probably dead.
Yeah.
The Paul George thing.
I wouldn't even want. Honestly, I wouldn't even want. I definitely don't want Paul George. That's one, and I definitely don't want Donovan Mitchell.
Right, he's another disappearing act. I hate to say it, guys.
No, you're right.
For those that don't watch the game and just see somebody scoring 26 a night. But again, I brought up his last year in Utah. That everybody thought that the Knicks at that time, when we had the losing record. Because we blew so many leads, y'all remember a year ago, not this year, not the year we just had.
No,
the year we had the losing record. We was blowing leads until I brought up to people, hey, who has blown more 15-point leads in the NBA? The Utah Jazz. So I heard that. I heard that stat. I have League Pass. I'm going to start watching, see what the hell's going on.
Okay.
And guess who was disappearing in the third and fourth quarter?
Donovan Mitchell.
He did it against the Knicks. 2 games against the Knicks. One they won, one they lost. 23 points in the first half, 7 points in the second.
Right. Disappearing that.
This is him. This is him, guys. It's no knock. It's just, again, numbers don't lie. People lie with numbers. He is not a closer.
No.
He had that one good moment with him and Jamal Murray in the bubble. Remember when they was scoring 55 against each other?
Right.
That was his shining moment. He ain't had many moments like that since then, fellas.
Nah, no doubt. So do you think? So do you think when the question I pose about the management, Leon and Wes, do you think that when I say scared, do you think it's an issue of like they're looking for the correct deal? Like you expressed yourself, Dom, and saying, well, who are we gonna get?
Right.
What move is that? You think that's the case with them? Is that their thinking? Is that their logic?
Let's think of this real quick. A lot of Knicks fans were so high on Obi Toppin. Right? To this day, the guy we really put in his place, 4 inches shorter, maybe not as athletic, but today, as we speak, this kid is playing less minutes than Obi Toppin and still getting more rebounds than him. At 6'9" and 6'5". That's Josh Hart and Obi Toppin. He's still averaging more rebounds than Obi Toppin.
Wow.
This is what I mean. I think the Knicks plucked and picked players to fit certain roles. Everybody said, oh, man, the Knicks went small. But again, we basically sacrificed a 6'9", I could throw the ball between my legs and dunk.
Right.
For a 6'5" guy that's getting more rebounds and damn near as many points in half the minutes.
Right.
So again, You take what you get, you make it work for what you're doing because
Right.
the Knicks are going to be glued and keyed on defense.
Yeah.
And all of them are good defensive players.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obi Toppin was just the Cam Reddish of last year. You remember Cam Reddish? Y'all remember Cam Reddish, right?
Of course. Of course.
The other Knicks fan favorite. You know, the next
Right.
George
He's on the
Gervin.
Lakers now, right?
He's on the
Yeah,
Lakers.
he's on the
Exactly.
Lakers. Still can't hit an open shot.
Wow.
He's on his last leg. But that being said,
Right.
this is what we had. And we basically got rid of those two guys for Josh Hart and DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo shoots better than both of them.
Right.
And Hart's going to out-rebound both of them. So
Right.
you basically gave up two players, and you got two players that everybody's saying are too small.
Right.
And here we are. I just don't think the guys out there, I don't think they're scared. I think when the time comes, they're going to have those assets.
They're going to, yeah.
And Danny Ainge did it. Danny Ainge did it for years, guys.
Right.
And I used to joke, he's like Kenny Rogers, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, when's he going to use them?
Right.
And all of a sudden, those assets turned into Tatum, flipped a pick here, pick there.
Yeah.
Got Horford. Now he got Porzingis. He got Drew Holiday, the Celtics now. Not Ainge, but they picked and plucked and put a team together that has been to the conference finals, 4 out of the last 5 years? Built by Danny Ainge. With all the assets he had. He just didn't go blazing and try to get rid of them all for that one guy that wasn't there.
So
it's hard, guys.
So bottom line, what you're saying and what the Knicks fans should do is the patience game. Show patience. Is that bottom line what you're saying? Show patience. Even with all the assets they have, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, show patience.
Guys, we haven't made it to the second round up until last year in 13 years. 13 years. We hadn't made the playoffs 2 out of 3 years in 14 years.
Right.
So if you don't see, and I'm not saying this, well, yes, I probably am because I'm a Knicks fan, but if you don't see the baby steps they made and the direction we're going, from the direction which we came, then yeah, you're one of those fans that think, got to hit a home run, got to go out and get whoever he is. I don't know who he is, guys.
Right.
It changes every day with the Knicks fan. Zion Williamson, Joel Embiid, Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain.
Of course. It's something.
So I want to ask the question.
Go ahead, brother.
What was the love affair with Jalen Brunson because of his father?
He's a good ball player, though, Reg. Let's give him some credit. He's a very good ball player.
All right. So my take on him is he's a little smallish.
Okay.
And his defense is adequate.
Kyrie Irving-ish.
Okay. So now I know I brought this up. Plenty of times last year. Guy that was available that I don't even think they even sniffed at. Who is a player that I think Tibbs would want is a good defensive player.
Who?
Is DeJounte Murray. How they let him go to Atlanta Hawks is beyond me. I mean, hindsight is 20/20, but damn,
of course,
come on,
of course, bro.
Well, you know what, guys? Not to put the genie out of the bottle, but let's go back 3 years ago. If the Knicks draft Tyrese Halliburton instead of Obi Toppin, all these conversations are gone.
They ended. You already know. They ended. Exactly.
I can't be the smartest person in the world that knew Halliburton was a much better pick than Obi Toppin.
For sure.
I mean, damn it, they're teammates now. But anyway, you can't tell me he wasn't matter of fact, guys, it wasn't just that he was the better player.
Right.
He was a point guard available in the draft for a team that hasn't had a point guard in 15 years. How do you blow that? That was before these guys. So
exactly.
If we draft Halliburton, a lot of these questions, guys, that we're asking right now are not being asked. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, we've seen it For those of y'all that watched this kid in college, and some of y'all were sitting around your house waiting on the draft, and when they said Obi Toppin, you were like, what the?
Yeah.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. And then the number one pick, the Indiana Pacers Sacramento selects Tyrese Halliburton. We were like, oh.
Exactly.
Shit.
Exactly.
Tell the truth, guys.
No doubt. You're right. You're right. You're 100% correct.
4 years later.
Right.
Toppin didn't work out for us. Now we got Jalen Brunson, who I'm a Knicks fan, but I ain't going to sit here and lie to you. Mm-hmm. Jalen Brunson is not better than Tyrese Halliburton. Not, no way, no how. He's not better than Halliburton.
I don't think he's better than Murray, in my opinion.
No, he's not. I'm just talking Halliburton because Halliburton makes us not have these conversations, guys.
Exactly.
We don't have them.
No.
But with that being said, I agree with you 110%. But the direction that the Knicks was going in at that time, and the mystique of New York, do you think he might have been even built for it?
Yes.
Why not?
Because you know what? If you remember this kid, first of all, he had that demeanor of, I love playing basketball. What New Yorker don't love hearing that? Not only does he say, I love playing basketball, but he plays it like he loves playing basketball.
Right.
And then what did everybody say? Man, he got a really weird jump shot. It's sort of like a 1955 set shot. But then all of a sudden, he started averaging 11 and 12 assists a night. And people were like, man, damn that jump shot. He's still scoring 19 points.
Basically.
And getting 12 assists. Again, all these conversations, we move on quicker than we did with this regime if we had Halliburton. Trust me. It's not even a question in my mind because the money we spent on Brunson, again, to your guy's point, what would we have done with that money? Because now we got a point guard.
For sure.
Point guard.
Yeah, this is true. I see where you're going with that. Ooh. You know what I mean? I see where you're going with that. That's
changes
a fact.
A lot of dynamics.
It sure enough does.
I can't let it go. I'm pissed off. I'm almost as pissed off as we draft a guy with zero motor who rode the bench most of his career because we didn't want to draft Michael Porter Jr. because he was going to have to sit a year. What happened when Michael Porter started playing and Kevin Knox was still sitting there? Like
Right, exactly.
And one championship ring later.
Yeah.
Those are the two things, guys, that changed this franchise around.
Right.
The Michael Porter Jr. and the Tyrese Halliburton. We're not having these conversations, guys.
Nah.
Then you get Julius Randle. Then R.J. Barrett becomes a much better Alfred. Mitchell Robinson, a good defensive center.
Right.
Thibodeau as your coach. These conversations shift really quick, fellas.
Well, yeah.
Really quick. Over a couple of draft picks.
Yep.
But meanwhile, like I said, it's Kevin Knox. And Michael Porter Jr. got a ring.
Yep, exactly.
Go figure.
Go figure. That's
to add insult to injury before I go, because I got to leave at 9:00.
Oh man, okay, Don.
How did the Denver Nuggets get Murray? Hurry up.
More money.
Tick.
Wow.
Probably the worst trade the Knicks ever made.
What?
Carmelo.
Yep, the Carmelo Anthony.
Oh man.
He was that draft pick to be named later.
Yes.
Wow.
Jamal Murray.
Wow.
So now you stole 2 picks from us.
Right.
Michael Porter and Murray. And what did people say with Murray, guys? He's not that good. He's small. He can't shoot.
Please, not what I've been seeing.
Where is he from? Australia, right?
He's from some weird country. Yeah.
No, that's what I haven't been
seeing. Too small. He can't shoot.
I definitely haven't been seeing that.
Kid got handled. He won a ring. And he's another guy. He sat out almost 2 years.
Yep.
Yes.
Remember, since the bubble, he damn near missed every season since the bubble. Now look at him.
Yep. Exactly.
Would you rather have him or Jalen Brunson?
Denver looking tough right now, bro.
Yes.
Yo, for
Let me ask y'all a question before I go.
Okay, brother.
Has there been a more disrespected championship team than Denver?
What? Toronto, maybe?
Yeah, but we seen what Toronto did. They was a rental away from being back to Toronto.
Right.
I mean, they weren't built like Denver.
No.
But I haven't seen this guy. Meanwhile, I think they only got one loss this year. The guy that should have been MVP 3 years in a row, still damn near averaging triple doubles.
Right.
They're missing Murray.
Yeah, they're missing Murray. He's out for, like you said, 3 or 4 weeks.
I'm glad you said that before somebody came on the air.
Matter of fact, I might finally get to meet Bishop on the 19th of November.
Okay, brother.
But I got to go, guys. It was great, man. I got to go do something at 9 o'clock. Thanks, fellas.
Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Peace.
Peace, brother. All right. With that being said, Reg, you want to move on? Reg?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was like, did he go? What happened? All right. Anyway, we're going to talk the woes of the Los Angeles Lakers. Wow. Is that? Can you lower that background noise somewhat?
Oh, that's me.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
Where's the paper towel?
Let's see. All right. Well, both of them left.
No, I'm here. What's going on? What are we talking about? Oh, the Woes of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, okay. Okay, no problem.
No,
good.
Started.
What's up, Ronan? Your mic is live. You already know that. So, how you doing, brother? Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
It's another day. We're a little short-handed today, but that's all right. We still gonna make it through, no matter what. The woes of the Los Angeles Lakers. First of all, I saw something in our group text that we text and whatnot about them trying to get a third star to go along with LeBron and AD, Anthony Davis. To me, honestly, they're doing this for the king. They're doing this for the king because how many more years does he have left? He just signed a 2-year extension worth over.
Hopefully this is last.
Huh?
So hopefully this is last.
Okay, so I'm taking from your tone and from your words, you're not really a fan of LeBron like that.
Nope.
Okay, I always gotta ask this. Why? Why, brother?
Because I'm not, man. I mean, is he a great player? Yeah. Is he top 10? Yeah, all right, fine. But like this whole thing that blew up this week with I guess when Shannon Sharp ethered him, it's the truth. There's no doubt about it. If he had one of those gone to Miami, he would have won those championships. They would have looked at him the same way you look at Karl Malone.
Wow.
And I don't have nothing against Karl Malone. I think Karl Malone's a top 20 player, but you know.
Bro, I get it. I mean, I hear you. The man. Listen, one thing I hate, honestly, is those comparisons, those debates between him and Michael Jordan. I swear, I can't stand that. I hate that with a passion because you can't judge somebody that's coming from a different generation. You understand what I'm saying? The game isn't played the same when Jordan was playing. It's too different. Is LeBron the best of his generation? Absolutely.
But you mean like right now, or you talking about what from like 2013 on, or you talking about this? All right, I thought you were talking like when he came in the league, because I don't think so.
Well, then who would you put from that time that he burst onto the league?
Kobe.
Okay.
Duncan. Even AI, I would put Kobe and Duncan because they were winning titles. And that thing that what Dwayne Wade said, like after Kobe, he won his 5th ring, they got on the phone like, "Oh, Kobe won all these rings." Like, come on, man. So, and again, it's not that I don't think he's a great player. I have him a top 10 player. You know, we all watch basketball. I've seen him, man. He ain't, to me, he's not must-watch TV. I mean, when Michael Jordan was must-watch TV, I mean, I used to watch the Lakers all the time. I used to watch the Spurs. Right. I'm not a Lakers fan, I'm not a Spurs fan. I used to watch AI. I used to watch T-Mac. He ain't got me doing, like, oh my God, this is even Magic, man. Like I remember watching Magic. I was like, this dude was crazy. Even Bird, man. So, but But
I hear you, brother. I hear you. Again, I'm just saying, like I like LeBron. I love LeBron. I'll even say I love LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Again, he is a top talent. I don't like doing that all time. Who's the best? Whatever. I hate those comparisons. But I'm just saying what they're doing is trying to get this guy a chance to be in a position to try to win another championship. So can I get mad at that? I can't. Is it the right way, or how can I put this? Is it a fair way? And the way that today's NBA works, it's not unfair. You know what I'm saying? You may not like it. I may not even to an extent like it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. They're gonna put together these teams. They're gonna build a team to try to beat Denver. It's gonna try to dethrone them. And if it needs a third star for LeBron to get put in that position to try to win another championship, I mean, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I mean, I don't make the rules to this shit. I'm just saying that's how the league is now. That's how the league is. You know,
the league, man, it's like because like my cousin is shooting me these clips or whatever, because I can't do Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp and Nick Wright, all that. No, I can't do that. No, because first of all, they give these stats on Jordan, they're lying. They give these stats about Kobe, they're lying. Mm-hmm. They changed Colin Cowherd. All these dudes before had Kobe Bryant as like a top 5 player, stuff like that. Now, he's like he ain't even in the top 15. Wow, Steph Curry's better than him, all this other nonsense. Right. But when and they talking about, well, LeBron, he's doing this at 38, 30, and stuff like that. Kareem won MVP of the finals. He was 35.
Right.
And they talking about longevity. Kareem played 20 years, man. I just like, come on, man. Exactly. Like they act like this stuff doesn't exist. Like Kareem didn't exist. And then they're talking about, well, Mike didn't do this and Mike didn't do that. I was like, this dude retired after winning 3 titles, 6 titles. He stayed out of basketball for 3 years. He comes back and he's still playing at a high level at 38 years old. Right. Who's doing that? Like, you just take 3 years off and come back?
Right.
And he played with, that squad, come on. That was the squad was whack. And he had them in playoff contention, and they were whack, yo.
Right.
And I don't remember these narratives, man. I don't remember hearing, like, Magic, Mike needs help, Kobe needs help, Duncan needs help. AI, I don't remember him saying that when AI, he took the Sixers. He needs help. This dude, it's the trades, man. He just get all the amount of trades, man. It's crazy.
It is crazy, but again, this is the era of the NBA that we in and whatnot. And let me just play devil's advocate for a second with you. Let's keep it a buck. LeBron is not the first to do this, to engineer a trade for another megastar. There was Barkley, there was Moses Malone. You understand what I'm saying? He's not the first to do it. You know what I'm saying? But the notoriety is bigger with LeBron, I guess, because of that whole decision. The fact that he was I don't know if he named himself the king or if he was donned that moniker, the king. And I'm sure that affected a lot of people's feelings. They had, they developed feeling a certain type of way about him and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, he didn't invent this. He didn't invent that at all. You know what I'm saying? So
I have no beef with him going to Miami. I don't even put that, none of that weighs into my, it's just ESPN is TMZ and they pick and choose who they want to be the face.
Of course.
And it would have been a lot different. When I hear these young players, the dudes in the league now, when they start naming like who's the guy influencing them, they're talking about it's either Mike, it's Kobe. You even got to do something about Steph Curry. None of these dudes say, "Oh, it's LeBron James." They're not. They're not saying it.
Right.
And then, Michael Jordan. This dude had a commercial, man, talking about be like Mike. Are you kidding me?
Right. Nobody's saying be like LeBron, huh?
No. He got the number 1 selling sneaker in the world, man. This is crazy, man. The dude was. We was there, man. We saw it, man. And that stretched in the 90s, man. The only dude who was more popular than Michael Jordan, he was just as well known, was probably the president of the United, Michael Jackson, the president of the United States, and Prince, man, and probably Madonna.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like Muhammad Ali. Yeah, he's on that level.
Yeah, it's not. Mm-hmm. It's just like, I'm not saying he's not. Yeah, Barkley got traded, but it's just the amount of trades with, and this is after Miami. Okay. I think the ire. I don't have a problem with it's Cleveland, the amount of trades they made, stuff like that.
Right.
Then now he's at the Lakers, all the stuff like that.
Right.
One of my friends is a Laker fan. He's like, yo, I can't rock with this team, man. He's like, I'm tired of this dude, man. Wow. Because he's like, they're talking about they need to build a statue for this guy out in LA. I mean, what's he done to earn a statue?
Well, again, it's him. It's him. You know what I'm saying? It's him. And I like the dude, honestly, not just for his basketball skills, obviously, but for what he does off the court as well. You know what I'm saying? I have to admire that. So,
yeah, it's all on the court. I don't say nothing about him. He's a tremendous father. He's a tremendous husband, stuff like that. He does, charity. That's all of it is strictly on the court.
All the philanthropy, all of it. I love and respect that about him. I know your issues are on court. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So again, but the Lakers, man, they're not cohesive. They feel they're not cohesive, and that's due to injuries. It's also due to a couple other things as well. You understand? Players not producing. If you're one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league, why even continue to take them? Why even continue to take them? That doesn't make sense.
That's the league right there.
Exactly.
But they force these dudes down. Look, for last year going this, man, you had people trying to, like a dude at my job was telling me, like, I think he's a front runner, but he's like, oh man, Austin Reeves. I'm like, what are you talking about? Austin Reeves?
Right.
This dude ain't no superstar, man. What are you kidding? Come on, you saw.
You gotta understand the narrative. Come on, this is the next coming of Larry Bird, and you know what I mean when I say that. You know what
Gilbert, maybe.
Okay, like, you know what? He kind of reminds me of a guy that I used to like and used to come to New York and burn the Knicks. And God rest his soul, Max Slid and I, we used to watch this guy play, and again, especially against the Knicks, he would burn him. Remember a guy named Chandler Parsons?
Oh, I think Chandler Parsons is better than that dude, yo.
Exactly.
I saw some of those games, man, with the U.S. Olympic or whatever, the FIBA team. Come on, man. They featuring this dude over Anthony Edwards. Come on, man. That's crazy.
Exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's the Lakers, man. They're sucking all the air. Like the focus should be on. I don't have a problem with them going overboard with Victor Mania and stuff like that. But there's other players, and they create this fatigue. Like this is the same way. I give you a perfect example: LeBron James.
Please.
You got people who feel about LeBron James the same way people feel about like they used to feel about the Cowboys. Like, oh, the Cowboys are always on TV. This and that, stuff like that. And the Cowboys' heyday was the 90s. But they're always on TV, and people are like, I can't stand them. And it's the same thing with the Lakers. The Nuggets are the champions. And who's the press going to? The Lakers. The Lakers got waxed by them on opening night. But who are they talking about? Well, the Lakers got to work it. Wait, y'all just got waxed, man.
Right. Is that why are we even talking about you? Why are we even?
They took your lunch money and ran.
Exactly. Exactly. Why are we even talking about you? You know what I'm saying? Well,
yeah.
I don't know. Do you see a third star being added to this team? First of all, who do you have to trade? That's one. The third star you should be focused on is the guy that you got back. That young kid, Rui Hachimura. He just came back from an injury. He dropped 24 points in a win. Oh no, I don't think they won that game. I think they lost that game. But he dropped 24 points. That's a guy that you should develop to be your third star. How about
they
that?
Should.
You know what I'm saying? How about
they should.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Instead of waiting for, the great white hope in Reeves. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna take anything against that guy, Reeves. I'm really not, because he's okay. He's an all right player.
He's a complimentary piece. The way they talk about this dude, like he's a front line 2 guard, and he's not.
Yeah, well, you know why. You know what I'm saying? You already
But
know.
they act like ain't no one. I don't care. No one, not even Luca. He ain't Bird. No one's gonna be Bird.
Nah.
But Luca is Luca. Luca is a conundrum, man. Because he, I can get the Bird because he ain't fast, stuff like that. But this dude to drop 40 on you any night.
Exactly.
But Austin Reeves would be perfect on Golden State because of the spacing. With Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, he would get all these open shots, man. But the Lakers.
I feel you. I feel you, brother. I feel you, man. Yo, let's do some moving on. Let's go to the lane of NFL real quick. All right, we got some candidates for the NFL MVP. Who do you think is who should be considered to be MVP at this point? I know we're at the midpoint of the season, but right now, who's standing out to you, Ronan?
If I had to pick, I would probably pick Pat Mahomes.
Yeah. I have to agree. As much as it pains me.
What?
No. I saw that text Sunday, dude.
It's all good. It's all. Nah, I'm joking. Come on, you guys know my sense of humor. Are you serious? Nah,
man. Last year you talking about the fans are trash, the stadium's trash.
Bro. Well, I'm saying it is true. The fans are trash. I can't stand them. I hate Taylor Swift. I hate you know what I'm saying. I hate her too. She could be included in that bomb we drop over there. She could be included in that. I don't care. The hell with her. But I'm just saying. Patrick Mahomes would be the choice, the odds-on favorite. However, shout out to these guys, Jalen Hurts. Shout out to Tua, and definite shout out to even Lamar Jackson. I think out of those four, Lamar is probably the least, supported to become MVP.
I would put him second.
Huh?
I would have him second behind.
Really? Behind Patrick?
Yeah, man. I mean, Tua. Look, Tua got a lot. I mean, I like Lamar. I think. I used to think that I think he's better than Michael Vick as a quarterback. I mean, they're both dynamic. But I think Lamar. I mean, I was watching the condensed version of for them putting the beat down in Seattle. I mean, they look good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they look good. Okay. He looked good offensively.
Okay. Well, I like Lamar as well. I think the passing numbers, you only have 3 turnovers so far this year, which is great compared to the 9 touchdown passes, and for like almost 2,000 yards. Okay, that's pretty good. In comparison, you have Patrick and then Lamar. I have Patrick, and I gotta tell you honestly, I gotta throw Tua out there. You know what I'm saying? Because he's got more yards than Patrick, got more touchdowns than Patrick, the same amount of interceptions. Or actually, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, he has 1 less than Patrick, because Patrick has 8 interceptions and Tua has 7. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely throw him out there and whatnot, for the second.
I got one more for you. They keep winning, Joe Burrow.
You know what? Not for nothing. I agree with you. Joe Burrow, yeah, ever since he's gotten past those injury issues, the man has been balling out, lights out. He even beat my damn beat my Buffalo Bills.
John Elway Jr.
Yeah. He's doing his thing. I can't lie. I would put Josh Allen there, but nah, it's not gonna happen this year. Not happening. I'm not feeling dude like that.
Damn, man.
I'm just saying, bro. Yo, bro, I don't know what it is, man. I root for these teams, man, and it's like I'm jinxing them. I don't get it. It's like I'm.
Man, you sound like Penn State fan, Joe.
Let me get on. You don't understand. Let me get on Buffalo for a second. Because this drives me insane. I swear to God.
We have an on the couch moment right now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm falling apart right here. Buffalo got all the talent, but the window of opportunity is getting closed. It's closing. It's closing. And it all begins with Josh Allen. Okay, I have seen this guy the past 2 years making boneheaded decisions, turning over the ball in the most crucial moments of the game. And we wind up losing. Okay? It's ridiculous.
Nah, that game they played against the Bills in the championship, it wasn't boneheaded plays, bro.
What?
They got smashed, yo.
2 years ago when that game
Oh.
went into no, he played a very good game.
Did he really?
The AFC Championship. Yes, that game was close. I think it was like 28, 31-28, something like that.
Okay. So he didn't turn the ball over once in that game.
I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that, but he didn't play horrible.
He didn't play great either.
Yeah, but Reg got a point though.
Okay.
He put up 28 points. No, and that's when they didn't have a running back.
Okay.
No, I mean, yeah, he I think he reverted. I think he probably regressed to his second year when he was doing dumb shit. He has regressed to that, but we see what he can be, but I don't know. How do you reel him in?
I think the problem with Josh Allen is the fact that I think he tries to do too much. He wants to be Superman, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? He really does. He's trying to force the issue in certain plays or whatnot, and it doesn't work out to his favor. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It would benefit him to get a damn decent tight end. You know, somebody that he could have a safety valve. You know,
they got two.
Yeah, I'm about to say they have, what's that guy's name? Dawson Knox, I believe.
They got Knox and they got Kincaid. That's the dude I wanted Dallas to draft.
Exactly. That's your safety valve.
Get hurt though?
I don't think so. But even if you have one and that's your safety valve, well, then you need to use them. And I do believe he does use them to an extent. You know?
Well, part of it is the offense coordinator, too. I mean, because, like I said, like I told you before, I compare him to John Elway, and it's very similar. The way he throws, the way he moves, is very reminiscent of John Elway. I mean, John Elway, early on, you look at his stats, and they'd be like, oh, Elway will throw like 27 touchdowns and have like 15 interceptions. But he had, Vance Johnson, Mark Jackson, Ricky Nattil, Clarence K. I mean, come on. And he led those teams. He carried those teams. But once he got Terrell Davis, Shannon Sharp, Ed McCaffrey, Rod Smith.
Running back and a tight end. Exactly.
Yeah. And they got two running backs. They got Dalvin Cook's brother and Latavius Murray. And they only had 8 carries in that Cincinnati game. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Exactly.
So I asked you all this, and I'm going to go back a little bit. Now, you did say John Elway, Ariel, so I'm going to go back a little bit. What do you think Marino would have been if he had a running back?
Oh man. Oh man.
Exactly.
Forget about it.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, you brought up Marino. You brought up Marino. I'm gonna go a little further back, not that much further back, maybe even the Marino era. What about Dan Fouts? Could we say the same thing?
But they did, but they had Chuck Muncie and they had James Brooks.
Okay.
It was the coach. Remember, they had Eric Coryell. He wasn't trying to.
He couldn't stop nobody, yo. Reggie's right, yo. Yeah, they couldn't stop anybody, man.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, you mean like the Chargers now?
Yeah. No, back then.
Back then.
No, the Chargers now too.
Oh, yeah, they can't. Yeah, they can't stop nobody.
I don't trust the Chargers with a lead. If they play from behind, yeah, I'll root for them all day.
Right.
Hell no.
Yeah, root for them, Rich.
Nope, we got a reprieve because we played the Jets Monday night. That's the only reason why. Had that been like a Cincinnati or
Yeah, had have been there, it might have been a different story.
Yeah.
I get you. Yo.
Kellen Moore. Yo, Reg, I told you, man, about Kellen Moore. I warned you.
What happened?
He's off his coordinator, man. Like the game. I saw the game against Dallas, and they got these long developing pass plays. You can't do that with these teams with these pass rush, man. And that was the problem with Dallas, man. That they would call these long developing pass plays, and next thing you know, Dak is running for his life.
Right.
He gets sacked, or he's throwing a ball, it gets tipped, or stuff like that, and you putting Herbert in harm's way.
Right.
My man. I can't, dog. I can't.
Well, I share your pain, Reg. I share your pain.
You got Austin Eckler. He gets open anytime he wants to, and you want to throw the ball downfield like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
I feel your pain, brother. I feel your pain.
Nah. I mean, the defense showed up, but again, I can only gauge them on who the fuck they was playing. And they was
exactly.
Playing the Jets.
That's why. That's why.
There's nothing to get high about on this win. You know, if you did that against Kansas City, even if you did that against the Raiders, okay, maybe we talking.
Right.
But it's the Jets.
Exactly. So with that being said, let's move on. If the New York, Okay.
What about Joe Burrow? I kind of like what he's doing this season.
Ronan mentioned him.
Oh,
Yeah, he did. And I agree. No, it's all good, brother. It's all good. Hell yeah. Let's move on. Yo,
you're like you're echoing.
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know. Does somebody have the YouTube on or?
Hold on, maybe I do. No, I don't.
No? Reg, do you have YouTube on or no?
No, sir.
I wonder what the hell. Okay, give me a second.
Oh, God.
Hello?
That's better.
Okay. No, it's still. Do you guys hear any echo or no?
I can hear it.
You can hear it. So, what the freak is going on? Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't understand this.
How the hell they put this game on Thursday night, yo?
This shit is whack.
Who's even playing?
Bears in Carolina.
Oh, what the
fuck? I don't even know why they did that.
That's the Jets and the Giants, part 2.
Yeah, I don't even know why they did that.
The Bears out here got these orange uniforms on. They look like the University of Illinois, yo.
Oh, okay.
Crazy bright. Got my eyes hurting and shit.
Exactly. Oh, man. Let me see. Hold on for a second. Let me see if I could. Hello? Yeah, Rona, it's something with your. Because I tried muting your mic and then I didn't hear it.
All right, hold on. Let me mute myself.
Okay. Oh, then again. Nope.
No.
What the freak?
I don't hear echo right now, but that's just me.
Let me try something else. Okay, I was experiencing some difficulties here, so sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's try. You hear any echo? No. Okay. All right. Let's see. Ronan, bring yourself back in and see if we can hear an echo. Let's see if he does. Ronan, if you hear me, bring yourself back in because I tried and I can't do it. You have to do it. Yeah. All right. Well, Reg, let's talk about the New York Giants. If they so happen to wind up with the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft, should they select USC's quarterback, Caleb Williams?
Okay, before I answer that question,
Uh-huh.
I have a statement. They're gonna mess that up too.
Really?
They're gonna mess that up too.
They're gonna mess that up as well?
They're gonna go out there and win like 3-4 games and just mess that up too. But that's just me. First of all, as we talked about previously in other shows, I don't trust USC quarterbacks to save.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
that would be a negative.
Exactly. I gotta tell you, all this hype about this guy. He's the next big thing, and I understand he came from Oklahoma. You know, he transferred to USC. Once that stench of USC is on you, I don't care if it's a season and a half, 2 seasons, it's on you. You will become a representative of the bum squad of USC quarterbacks that have transitioned into the NFL. There's a long list. Okay? There's a mile-long list of garbage quarterbacks that have come out of that university and tried to transition into the NFL and play and be productive, and they're all bums. Every last one of them. When Carson Palmer is the best to come out of that university, that speaks volumes. And yes, that's shade thrown at Carson Palmer. Yes.
Well, hey, listen. This subject is going to be real short. I believe we're all in agreement on this.
Okay. Well, I ain't hear from Roland yet.
No, I don't rock with USC quarterbacks either.
We all in agreement. You know, it's the Giants and USC, perfectly made for each other.
Oh man. Yeah, in a way, I kind of do want to see him on the Giants because I just want to see the disaster unfold. Because I'm not a Giant fan like that. So keep tanking.
All, that's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because of who Caleb Williams is.
Okay, you need to get into detail on that one.
There's a stench line with the Giants about quarterbacks of a certain race.
Ooh.
Quarterbacks of a certain race.
That's true.
How the hell you don't take a chance on Haskins, but you take a chance on fucking Daniel Jones
from Duke?
Come on, man. Duke is not even a football school.
No, it's not.
And you got Haskins, may he rest in peace.
Right.
But, you know, maybe they saved him from a fate worse than, well, I don't know.
A fate worse than death? Are you serious? Wait, what?
I don't know, dog. I don't know.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ.
If they did.
Maybe he escaped it, you know. Hell.
Well, I mean, didn't the Giants have Geno Smith at one point? They tried playing. Well, they tried Tyrod, but you see what happened.
How that worked out.
Yeah, that crappy offensive line. They didn't try to fix that in off season.
We can't even with Taylor. We can't even say it's the crappy offensive line because his history of getting injured is very high.
Yeah.
True.
So it's just a matter of time. Yeah, and I said it previously. It's only a matter of time before this dude get hurt.
Right.
Sure enough.
Yeah, he did. He did. I can't lie.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? If you don't fix that offensive line, sorry. I don't care who's back there.
Right.
They're going to be running for their life.
What I think the Giants should do, let's say if they wind up with the number 1 pick, trade the picks. Trade the pick. You know what I'm saying? Get some more picks or whatnot, and build up that line. You know, maybe if you're lucky, because it's a quarterback heavy draft, you get somebody in the second round. one of the picks that you get from a trade. You know what I'm saying? And develop that quarterback and get some semblance of a line.
Develop a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't develop a quarterback with the Giants because that he has to have Usain Bolt tendencies.
Oh man, that's messed up.
Don't worry about throwing the ball; just run for your life.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So take the pick, take that pick, flip it with another team that's interested in Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Get 3, maybe 4 picks, whatever. And try to build up your offensive line and get a quarterback.
Hopefully they get a couple of first rounders and get up like 5 first round picks and get an offensive line because that shit they got going in Jersey is atrocious.
Right.
The question I have with the Giants is that how is, I mean, you got Tyrod Taylor, but how is Tommy DeVito on your squad?
Oof. Yeah, what's I don't get that.
Necessity.
Yeah, but I don't understand that because again, just like Ronan said, how is this guy on your roster? You can't even do you know how to throw a football? But you're a quarterback.
Well, remember the Buffalo Bills had that dude. Who was that dude? What was his name? Their second string and third string quarterback. Oh, what was he was horrible. Oh, God, a couple of years back. He was horrible.
Really?
I think he was after Tyrod Taylor, actually.
Oh man.
He's so bad I can't even remember.
He's still in the league. I forget.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He can't be.
Yes, he is. I swear to you, I heard his name last week.
Nathan Peterman?
Nathan Peterman?
Who?
Nathan Peterman.
That's the guy.
Wow.
That's the guy. Nathan.
Oh my God.
Oh, I know you saw that game. He was horrible.
Wow.
Yeah, he shouldn't be in the league.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't understand how these guys, third string quarterbacks, you're a fucking quarterback. Your job is to throw the ball. How do you have a guy that can't throw the ball? I've never seen that.
Okay, first of all, he's third string.
I don't give a shit if he's fifth string.
No.
You're a quarterback.
Hear me out. He's third string. Okay. How many reps does he actually get in practice?
No, he's usually probably on the scout team.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
So, all right. So, again, not defending this dude, not defending him, but at the same token, run the ball. And now you want to get your man Barkley hurt. What the fuck is that? I don't know.
Nah. I can't co-sign that. I can't co-sign that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That's inexcusable. Because again, I don't give a shit if it's the scout team. I don't give a damn if it's the Girl Scout team. Okay. You are a quarterback, you need to throw the ball. You mean to tell me you can't even throw it in a flat for a 5-yard gain? No, that's inexcusable. I'm not even trying to hear that.
Completions, though.
What's that again?
His first 2 passes were completions to the other team, but they were still completions.
Whatever. I don't buy it. I don't buy that. Because if your goal is to become, and Ronan knows where I'm going with this. If your goal is to become a quarterback in the NFL, I'm pretty sure you started playing in Pop Warner, in high school, in college. You get drafted. Where does skill go? Nobody's saying you got to be a Dan Marino or whatnot. No, but goddamn, throw a fucking 10-yard pass. I'm capable of that, and I've never played professionally.
What was that Florida quarterback that played for Denver? What was his name? The left-handed quarterback. What was his name?
Tim Tebow?
There you go.
Bro, don't do that. Don't do that.
What?
Because I'm going to tell you something right now. I have seen Tim Tebow complete passes. Okay, they were
That
ugly
dude was
passes.
horrible.
They were ugly passes, but he completed passes more than 5-10 yards. I've seen it. Okay, so no, don't
His
do that.
career completion percentage is under 50%.
True, but he's completed some passes. I never said he didn't complete it. I never said he was 100%.
Well, DeVito can't complete passes if the coach is saying run the ball.
That shit is ridiculous. I'm sorry. That shit is ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense to me. That does not make any sense to me.
You can't change the play at the line. 8 in the box.
Like I said.
8 in the box. Yeah, run it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That shit makes no sense to me whatsoever. I don't get it. Nah, I don't get that. I don't get it.
Right into the...
I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't co-sign that. That's ridiculous to me. That's ridiculous. I've never played professional. Not one pass have I thrown professionally in any type of football league. None. And I could complete a pass. Okay.
I don't know about that, dog.
Oh, I'm sure I could. I'm sure I could.
I don't know about that.
All they gotta do is run a quick slant on the inside. Boom, the ball's right there. Complete. Gain of 16 yards. The fuck?
Oh shit!
You can't throw it over the offensive line, really.
Yeah, yes, I can. I'm not Doug Flutie size. No. Yes, I can.
Okay.
The hell are you talking about? I'll be the pocket will be moving with me because I'm not trying to get killed.
You must have been a Madden expert.
Matter of fact, I was. Thank you.
Oh shit!
I'm just saying. Hell yeah. Now
let me. The way these coaches be calling these games, they act like they on Madden.
Wait.
The plays they call on Madden is better than what these fools is calling.
You got that right. Shit. Let me get to a little unhinged for a little bit here. What a world we live in. I gotta tell you, but I'm bothered by the greed of these companies. Let me just throw something out there real quick. Personally, I work for a law firm. I'm not gonna say which one it is, but the greed that these people are showing is ridiculous. And if this is the norm for many companies in this country, we're headed for bad times. You're headed for bad times because I joined this company for certain benefits and certain perks, and throughout the years, these perks have been taken away. Why? Because of greed. Because they want this new administration that we have going on, they want all the money for themselves. But for the average worker who's reliable and faithful and loyal for double-digit years, and when they're getting ready to retire, unless they've made specific investments and savings, you're getting nothing. You're getting nothing. And it's not fair. And hold on, it's not fair because while you're getting paid, expenses are getting higher and higher. And they don't even have enough decency to throw you a cost of living wage or raise, should I say, to cover that. Yeah, to cover that. Okay, because if you're talking about the average worker getting a 2 to 3% raise, what is that? That's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, if I had the means, honestly, would I run for a political office like president? Oh, hell yeah, I would. I'd have the balls to do that. Because one thing I will tell you is I would put money in people's pockets. Not no special interests. I'm talking about the average working American citizen. Okay? Because what's going on now, even with these little incremental raises, these minimum ones, you can't even save money. How could you save money? It's ridiculous. And they want people now to work into their 60s, their mid 60s, late 60s, even maybe 70.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so when you retire, you can't even have a decent retirement. You can't enjoy your time.
Nope.
You know, and it just pisses me off, man. To the point where I now fantasize, which I'm gonna, and I'm not even ashamed to say this, where I actually have fantasized, okay, about robbing the Bank of America that's on the corner of my block. Yeah. No, I'm serious. I thought about it. I'm even in my weirdest way. I'm trying to formulate a plan. Okay. To get away with, and I don't even need $1 million. Just give me 150,000. 60 seconds in and out. Head right to the airport. I'm not coming back home. I'm going right to the airport. Okay, and I'm out of here.
You know what? You just made a plot for Set It Off too.
Yeah, I did. Exactly.
Maybe you missed your caller. Maybe you should start writing.
I'm just saying. Bro, I'm just saying.
Part 2?
Yeah, part 2. But I'm just saying. No, really. Because I think about this and I pass Bank of America and I don't see any guards.
They got cameras though, yo.
I don't care. Wear a mask. 60 seconds. Huh?
They know you out here in these streets.
Nah, son. 60 seconds. I could grab 150,000, get in the car, head to the airport, get my ticket, boom, bam, I'm out of here.
Oh man, you gotta hit a bank that's near a highway.
Well,
easy to get away.
For sure.
And have a setup car.
Yeah.
Switch car.
Yeah.
Let me stop talking about this shit.
They're gonna be hunting us down. Like,
I said I fantasize about it. Okay.
Oh shit.
I'm just saying. I said I fantasize about it. But it's to that point. It's a shame, man. Come on. I mean, how much?
These companies been getting away with this for years, man.
For sure.
For years.
Yeah, man. Because when they started outsourcing jobs, and then you're allowing corporations. There was a time, man, where CEOs was not making 100, 200, 300 times more than the average employee. You know, and if you ran for president and you said what you did, and you became president, they would impeach you.
Oh, for sure.
They're like, he's a socialist.
Yeah, me and Bernie Sanders.
It was a living wage. They'd be outside picketing, yo. They'd be like, they have pitchforks like he was Frankenstein outside the White House.
They would try to kill me. They would literally try to kill me. You're right. You know what I'm saying? But these special interests, man, it's too much, man. I mean, how much more are we supposed to take? Come on. I mean, am I asking that much to want to live, to want to get a decent wage? Is that too much for y'all? Y'all still making money, hand over fist. I'm not asking for nothing outrageous.
We're not trying to put a dent in your pockets. But
I'm just saying.
Right.
Come on. I think what would be a fair percentage for a raise instead of 2 or 3% and reasonable?
You gotta understand where we live, or we talking nationwide.
But it would have to go by like salary requirements, like how much you making. Like if you're making 30,000, 50,000, 60,000. Well, shit. What I do, I'm standing out in the middle of the streets. I got cars whizzing by me. I don't have any protection. Shit, you need to give me at least 35%.
Damn.
I'm being honest, man. Yo, man, I'm being honest, man. I mean, I almost got hit by a goddamn tractor-trailer truck back in 2021 on 287.
Shit, damn.
Your line of work, and I'm not being funny.
Wow.
Y'all definitely need hazard pay.
Hell yeah.
For real, nah, no doubt.
There's no safety classes for what I do. I'm literally making up the safety protocols as I go along. I mean, I've created my own safety protocol. How to do this, how to do that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, shit. I used to be a phone tech. I used to work for Avaya, man. I was making good ass money in the early 2000s.
Right.
So you figure I was doing that, and I topped out with overtime. I think I made 1 year. I made like 100. You know, I ain't even close to that, and I've been doing this job for 13 fucking years.
Right. I feel you, brother. Damn. Sheesh. Yeah, that 35% that you said for what you do, and being at risk of health, yeah, 35% would be fair. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
At least if you in my job, if you break it down, so you look at, I would say this: New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, LA, Chicago. I'm talking about places that are highly densely populated. If they do what I do, they should start off. The minimum should be like you start at 50,000.
Okay.
Now, if you out in Wyoming doing what I do, well, there's more people in New Jersey than than the whole state of Wyoming. You know, specific cities. Like there's more people in New York than the entire state of Manhattan and all of Wyoming combined.
Right.
So,
right.
But you in some high stress job in a city like New York or Gotham City or LA or some shit like that, you should be making a decent way at the minimum coming in like, oh, well, you know, I'm doing Con Ed, working out power lines. The minimum should be starting at 50,000 because they can afford it.
Right. Of course, man. Of course, bro. Yeah, man.
Got you to the point where you're the only one I've heard say that before.
Okay.
About the kid who used to work with me now. He's 28 now, and he went to school. He's a architect. He took engineering, and job is kicking him in the ass. Like he's like, oh man, I'm always tired. I'm working these crazy hours, these projects and stuff like that. Right. And we was actually talking like 2 weeks ago, man. He was like, you remember we used to drive around. He used to work with me. And he was like, man, I watch Heat. He's like, I study that movie. I was like, yeah. I was like, yo, just stop. Yeah. Because he used to come with these crazy scenarios. He's like, yo, man, I don't need $1 million, man. He was coming up with crazy scenarios.
Yo, bro, I'm trying to tell you.
Robbing banks, robbing drug drop houses, all kinds of crazy shit. I'm trying to
tell you, man. Exactly. Listen, I hope people don't get offended by that, but I'm being real. And I'm not alone in those thoughts. I know that, bro. I can't be.
You grew up in the era, man. We grew up in the crack era. How many dudes that we came across in our past, man? Like they went to the life, man. They was out there hustling.
Exactly. I ain't mad at that. I'm not. Cause I tell you honestly, like, listen. I'm not trying to eat dog food. Okay. Okay. I'm not trying to eat dog food in my older years or whatnot. No, I'm not doing the Alpo thing. You understand? We're not doing that. But at the same time, bro, it's like, yo, give the people a chance to live. You know what I'm saying? And live decently. I'm not saying nobody got to have like a butler and a balcony, overlooking Manhattan. All that. No.
Just be comfortable.
Just to be comfortable. Is that asking too much? We're not trying to take away your grotto extension in your backyard or something that you want to get, rich person. You understand? We're not taking away from that. It's amazing, man. It's amazing.
You should be able to, like, again, man, and it came up last week. You throwing out billions of dollars, man, in 2 specific countries, man. And, I'm trying to get a roof on my house, replace my roof, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and my wife, we both work.
Right.
So it creates this whole environment, man, like of late, like me, I'm like, look, I'm getting heavy into like the stock market. Like I'm watching and learning how this thing works, like do options and trade and stuff like that, because because someone, people, a friend of mine was like, oh, you always talking about Malcolm X and Amos Wilson, stuff like that, but you trying to make money. I'm like, look, man, I'm gonna be real. My reverence for Malcolm and Dr. Wilson and Dr. Clark is, that's known.
Right.
But it's reality. I listened to Amos Wilson, and he was like, look, you'd be a fool not to take, capitalism is what it is. If you're here, you need to find out a way to take advantage of it.
Right.
I mean, that's ridiculous because, look, Dr. King's children, they live in large, yo. Their father wasn't, but they are. They monetize everything that Dr. King, his speeches. You can't find his speeches on YouTube.
No.
You got to pay for those.
That's crazy.
You got to pay for it. Yeah. So now their father is an American icon, and they charging. So,
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. It's straight up crazy, dude. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of seeing it. I know a lot of people at my job, man. They worried, man. They're worried, and they've been there for decades. You know what I'm saying? So unless they're well taken care of in their 401k, you understand? Because one thing I wanted from this job, I started 2005. They had this pension, okay?
Yeah.
For the employees. They stopped it in 2008. That's 3 years.
There it is.
3 fucking years. They stopped it. And I'm like,
how greedy can you be?
Come on. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. It really is. There's times I just want to I know I'm about to say something really crazy and stupid, but there's times where there's partners that I don't like. For the most part, I like everybody at my job for the most part, but there's a few that I can't stand that are partners or whatnot, and I just want to, I don't know, man. Somehow I'm trying to formulate a plan to rob them.
See, here you go, man. Where's Bishop at to do the disclaimer, yo?
I'm just saying, I just want to either that or scam them or something. I'm you know what I'm saying? Just like a formulate a plan and beat them out their damn money. Yeah.
You need a Bernie Madoff, man. That's what you need.
Exactly. I need one of those things, man. But because I'm just like it's just not right. It's not right. It's not right at all.
Like when I was at Avaya, this is because Avaya used to be part of AT&T.
Okay.
They were Lucent Technology. AT&T split, and it became Lucent. And Lucent split again, and it became Avaya. When I was working for Avaya, and so I was a phone tech. And I remember too. I remember one time we had to do a job up at the Morristown Airport, Morristown, New Jersey. Okay. So private airfield. We had to go fix a phone system. So we go in and fix a phone system, and there was a receptionist there. She was in a bad mood that day, and she was just going in, like they got me answering these damn phone calls, so this and that. She's like, "There's one more phone fixing the hangar." And she was complaining about how much she was getting paid. And we go in the hangar, man. They had like 4 Gulfstream jets in there, a couple of these high end. That was just at the Morristown Airport. They had more down in Teterboro. And for a minute, I think it was like 2003. I remember I was driving home one day and I was listening to talk radio. I was listening to some type of a show about money. And I was thinking, I was like, this can't possibly last. Because I was like, I'm just making really good money.
Right.
And I don't do shit. I mean, I work, but it wasn't like some high stress job. I went around installing phones and stuff like that. And Avaya used to party. I mean, they paid us well, but I had a union. I was in the union, man.
Okay.
So you look at the average worker, man, like a lot of jobs don't have unions. Like if I was a union, I mean, they don't have unions. So you don't have no collective bargaining agreements. So they can pay you whatever you want. They can give you whatever type of raise they want. And no one's going to call them out on the carpet on it. And when you only got, and even that, you only got Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders only was talking about it, and no one else in their is talking about this shit, you in trouble.
Yeah. Yep. Like I said, it's a damn shame, brother. It's a damn shame. You know. Now, another thing that bothers me, Generation Alpha, and Generation Z.
What is that? What's Generation Alpha?
Oh,
I know Z.
Generation Alpha, my friend, is, I believe. Wait, let me take a look at this. Give me 1 second. These people are aged, I believe, that they're like 12 to. Wait, give me a second. I had it. Let's see. Where's that? Generation Alpha. Yeah. These were born. Wait, what? I know they succeed Generation Z. The early 2010s, yeah, to the early mid 2020s as ending birth years. The starting birth year was like the early 2010s. Okay, so that's the Generation Alpha. Really, this is for them and a little bit older. Dare I say Generation Z as well. The lack of respect that these kids, these young people have today is ridiculous. Okay, yeah, no, it really is. It really is because I know when I was in my teenage years, and every kid, every one of us goes through this, where we have to challenge our parents. Okay, either if you have a mother and father, you have a single mother home, single family home, single parent home, excuse me, you're gonna challenge your parents. And normally it's around 16, 17, 18. Normally. I know my watershed moment happened when I was 17. I'll never forget, I cracked up laughing. I said something smart to my mother, and then she came after me. Okay. And she was trying to hit me. So I'm blocking, using my skills, which pissed her off even more. So then what cracked me up and made me laugh. So I went to another level. So she's trying to start doing karate by trying to kick me and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh shit. So I managed to block that too. So I guess out of her frustration and her anger, she went to get a broom and start. But I laughed at it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, okay, but at the same time, I knew I couldn't mess with my mother because I had a certain level of respect. That to me, that's gone. That's gone. Because these young people today will curse out their elder, their parent, whoever the oldest guardian, caregiver. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not give a damn. Whereas us, there was that level of respect. You might have tried. You might have tried to rise up, but you got pushed back down. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed, yeah.
Yeah. You got pushed back down. Unless you were really a savage. Okay, back then. But for the most part, we had a lot of respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know where or how it got lost. I have a few theories. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad now. It's bad. I think one thing that bothers me is when you talk about people that's older and should know better, but they're not doing the right thing and passing that along. You understand? For whatever reason, I don't know. I know an ass kicking from my parent kept me in line. You understand?
Oh, yeah.
Now it's like you hit a kid, the kid will call
diapers.
The authorities. Yeah, exactly.
Homeland Security.
Yeah, Homeland Security, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And get you arrested. I'm like, yo, no. I wish to God one of my daughters would do that to me. I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna whip your ass right in front of them. You understand? I don't give a damn. Arrest me. But you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. And it's not just the parents. It's just older people in general, man. It's sad, man.
This is a society, it's like if you say, because me and you were cut from the same vein, you're like a darker version of me. But
Okay.
but if you speak your mind, and it's funny, me and Holly was just talking about this yesterday. Is that if you speak your mind,
right,
and what is, I guess, is like political correct and stuff like that, you're like, oh well, you're being abrasive and toxic and stuff like that. But wait a minute, 1 + 1 is 2, no matter what universe it's in. You can't sit here and tell me that if you're doing this and stuff like that, it's wrong. You can't have children being just outrightly disrespectful.
Exactly.
Because I mean, it's really prevalent now because everyone's got cameras and they can record it. But I remember going back. The first time I started seeing this was the late '90s. I'd be in the store. I remember one time I was in this department store. This white kid, he went bananas, yo. He had to be maybe like 11, 12. And she, oh, can I get this? This back when they had KB Toys. It was still out.
I remember KB.
Yeah, and he wanted something. His mother's like, oh no, you got enough toys, stuff like that. He was like, that's why you got to be a raging bee. And I'm like, oh, people looking at it. And it's just one. There's always just one sister was like, oh hell no, he need to get his ass beat.
See, exactly.
Yeah, he was like, she was like, oh, and then another lady, white lady, came in and she's like, you must be out of your mind. How dare you talk to him like that? And he started going ham on her.
Right.
And then it was crazy. Like I'm sitting here watching this whole thing unfold, and she was like. And then she rushed her son up out of there, and the white woman was still heated. She was like, I cannot believe if my son was talking to me like that, I would have knocked his teeth down his throat.
Exactly. Where was that level? You know what I'm saying? And again, sometimes we have to blame the parents as well. You understand? This is where I think like social media, and I could be incorrect, but I think sometimes with social media that these parents get so engrossed in social media, you're not even watching over your kid. You understand? You're not paying attention to the behaviors or whatnot.
Yeah.
And you might even be influenced by child services as well, in which you don't want to go that route, but it's necessary. But you feel in a certain type of way. You don't want that outside trouble, quote unquote trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
It's this shit is ridiculous, man.
You got parents who you should not be trying to be your best friend, your child's best friend when they're a kid.
Exactly.
Like my mom, God rest my mom's soul. I mean, my mom and my sister were best friends when my sister was an adult, in her late 20s, 30s, they traveled and stuff like that. But when your child is, 5, 10, 15, stuff like that, no. You need to have like the fear of God. Like my father, for instance, I remember my dad, I'm 6'1", 6'2". My dad was only 5'8", 5'7", 5'8". I remember I had a curfew.
Right.
And my father was a pacifist. So I was supposed to be in the house one day, I think it's the summertime. I had to be in before like 10 o'clock or something like that. I came in like 10:45. Excuse me. And they were watching something. And he was like, young man, what time are you supposed to be here? And I was like 10 o'clock. And he was like, it was 10:45. And I was like about 11, 12, somewhere around that time. So I was getting a lot of fights. And so I was feeling myself. And I did something like, I was like, whatever, man. Father rocking up off the couch. Got right up in my face. It was me and a cousin and one of my friends got right up in my grill. Me and my father was about the same height at that time.
Right.
He said, "What'd you say to me?" And then he was like, "What you think you tough? Because you out here you fighting?" He was like, "I will bust." I mean, my father not curse. He said, "I will bust your ass."
Right.
You understand me? He was like, "When I tell you to be here at 10 o'clock, your ass better be here at 10 o'clock."
Right.
He was like, "Just now you're grounded for a month."
Wow.
My father, he wasn't around. My mother was the one who used to just whoop our ass with a belt and stuff like that. But it took me back. And then years later, man, my uncle, the colonel, he was in the army and stuff like that. And I remember he reckoned I was in that age. I was like a teenager, hanging out with hustlers and shit like that. And he called me by my name. And he's like, Kyle Anthony. Right then I knew I was in trouble. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
He pulls me in the kitchen. He's like, sit down. He was like, I'm about to say, I'm not going to repeat myself. I don't know what's going on. I can tell your attitude's changed. He's like, I want you to understand this. Whatever's going on, bullshit stops right now. He was like, because you can beat this person, you can beat that person, but I want you to make it clear. I want you to know this is clear. You can't beat me.
No.
I'll beat your ass. He's like, I trained you, but I'll beat your ass.
See, exactly.
And whatever it is going on, it stops, it ends right now. And I went back home. North dudes was like, "Oh, we going out." I'm like, "Yeah, I can't rock with you like that."
Right.
Like, why? I was like, "My uncle laid down the law." He's like, "Oh man, f your uncle." I'm like, I don't think so.
Nah. Exactly. Don't disrespect.
This cat was in the Vietnam War, man. This dude's Frank Castle.
Right.
He's different, man. I don't want that ass whipping.
Nah, exactly. I ain't want that smoke, man.
Nah, you good. You good.
You say you had to be in at 10 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had to be, but we was right. We was, as long as we was in front of the house.
Listen, let me tell you something, dog. When the street lights came on, we had to be 10 o'clock in the summer. It's already dark, so it's like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
We didn't play that.
Nah, you can't.
You wasn't gonna be out on the street too long. They let you, but then again, back then it was a different time.
It is a different time, exactly. Even though it's a different time and different generation, when we talk about the word respect, that should just be universally across the board. Just that's it. That's it. There's no way around it. I don't care about this new generation because that's what they like to say. Oh, nobody's doing that no more. No, we are doing it. We are doing it. In my house, you're gonna be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not in my house and I see you act a certain type of way, guess who's coming over? Guess who's coming over to correct that ass? Me.
What? Yeah.
That's it. It's not even up for debate.
Yeah. My grandfather, may he rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
He would have parties.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now, those were parties you did not want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, oh, I heard you was cutting up in school. What? How do you know that? I know everything. I was like, yo. And my grandfather, he had these big ass hands.
Mm-hmm.
And yo, when you got hit,
you felt it.
Oh, your soul left you. I was like, you know what? No, I'm good. And that's my grandfather. So now we had your mother, you had the father, you had the grandfather, you had the neighbor. I'm like, that's just way too many ass whippings to be taken.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Now what got lost is the village ain't raising the kids no more because you get this one parent, oh, you ain't gonna put your hands on my kid, this, that, and the other. And that's where it got lost.
Yep.
You understand? It's not saying we was beating your kid to beat your kid, we was just correcting your kid.
Exactly.
You understand? So yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Well, you got a good point because I went through that as well, brothers. Like I said, I didn't like that. And Reggie, you brought up a good point. The fact that you said it wasn't. I got a disciplining. How do I call it that? I got a disciplining from my neighbor first, then put in a call to my parents at the time. So when they got in, and it wasn't, and they didn't come at the same time. So.
Well, no discussion. Oh,
so
such.
Yeah,
I'm not supposed to be getting no phone call from nobody.
Yeah, exactly. You understand? So I would get the beating from my neighbor. Let's say about 12:30. Okay. And then again at 3:30, and then when Pops got home, it's like 7 o'clock. I'm like, okay, this 3 separate things. Nah, this is not working for me. Okay, let me keep my ass in line. Yeah, Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
So again, I don't know what can be done about this. because there's so many different factors to this. You know, there's poor parenting, there's the lack of respect on the young people's part.
Well, you got to remember that these are the kids where the kids was having kids. So
Yeah, well, yeah,
they didn't even.
That's the problem.
Know how to be a parent.
Exactly.
Yep.
You understand? They growing up. Their kids is basically like their little brother and sister.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. Just look on social media, man. Think about like what Reg was saying, man. Look how, like, I look at pictures because my family was a big family. My father had, came from a family. It was him, his 3 brothers, and his 3 sisters. So it's a family. I look at the pictures, and my father, they look like, or my aunts, stuff like that. They look like my parents.
Right.
Now I remember when I started going to day parties when I was like, turned 40, 41.
Okay.
And I'm seeing like girls I went to high school and stuff like that. I'm like damn, you got what, 3 kids looking like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you dressed like that? You can see it on Instagram, all over IG, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sure. Could I see my mom on Instagram doing it? No. Or my aunts doing that? No. Just like you about to go to the Palladium or something.
Right.
Or it's just that.
But it is
like
because like you said, man, you see these older, like, unless you want to cover that up. I'm just saying. Come on, really?
Yeah.
And then you wonder why your daughter is on IG with this. Come on. I mean, you're not really making this. You're not making this. You're not making this a mystery. We can figure this out.
Yeah, it's the era that's it's crazy, man.
It's ridiculous. This society is done. It's done. I'm personally hoping that we are reaching end of days because this society needs a reboot. It really does. And again, crazy me. Like, I wasn't mad at what's his name at the Rocket Man in North Korea. He wanted to launch a few missiles. I get it. Yeah. Because it's pathetic now. It's pathetic.
Yeah. Look, man.
Yeah. It's bro, come on, think about it. Look at what's happening nowadays. Social media has made people stupid. People are stupid already. They're stupid asses already. And now you're throwing social media, they're just getting dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. If I see another stupid ass, remember those challenges that they had?
Yeah. Oh, okay. God.
All the challenges, except for read a book. You know what I'm saying? That challenge, that's too boring. That's not exciting enough. You got people dumping ice water in their head. You got people trying to climb a ladder and all this other crazy, dumbass nonsense.
You're doing the crate challenge, all that dumb shit.
Yeah, the crate challenge, bro. Like another one? I'm like, how stupid are these people?
Well, you trying to get foobarred, yo.
Oh my God. So again, I'm not mad at homeboy. He got soft when Trump was dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? But again, if he lost a few over here and took out, I wouldn't be mad. I listen. Even
of course you ain't gonna be mad. You're gonna be dead like everybody else, yo. You're gonna be like the Walking Dead, man.
Even at my own demise, I wouldn't be mad. I said, I get it. Yeah.
I ain't trying. Look, man. I ain't trying to live in a world of the Walking Dead. I mean,
no, well, neither am I. But I'm just saying, it's all for the better. It's all for the better of mankind. I'm telling you, man. A reboot. Take these idiots out.
Like, another reason, man, with the kids, right? Like, I remember I used to go out to nightclubs, and I remember I used to tell my friends, man, like I was in my early 20s, and every now and then I would see, like, I'd be at Nell's or some joint, and I see some dudes that was like in their mid 40s. I'm like, what the hell are they doing here?
Yeah, come on.
And I'd be like, yo, if you see me, I'm telling you that I'm going to whatever club, if it was, like if I'm going to the tunnel or something like that, you have the explicit right to commit my ass to the nearest mental institution. Because I don't want to be that dude, man. Like I actually, there's a friend of mine who
Mm-hmm.
she's my age, so her daughter is about the same age as my daughter. My daughter's 26,
Okay. Oh, okay.
and I remember this is a few years back. So her daughter at this time was probably like 23,
Okay.
and she was telling me like I haven't run into her. She's like, "Oh, how you been, Baba so and so?" I'm like, "Yeah, talking stuff like that." She's like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "You college?" I was like, "Yeah, I was out with my daughter. We was out the club."
Right.
I'm like, "What? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Pause.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?" She's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it was just a club, man." I'm like, "The club?
Who does that anymore?
What your
Brother,
daughter?"
you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised. I tell you that right
Oh
now.
no,
Okay. Now I'm telling you right now. For sure.
The
You'd
club,
be
man. Like I
surprised.
was like, she
Yeah.
looking at me like, why are you looking at me like that? You used to go to nightclubs. Yeah, but I was like 20, 21,
Right.
22. I stopped when I got in my 30s
Right.
because it got old. I was like, I could not see myself going to nightclub
I hear you,
with my
brother.
26-year-old daughter, man. It's just insanity, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Look
Exactly.
like this is everything is upside down. It makes you almost believe like the alternate
I'm telling
reality.
you,
Like I'm thinking like, yo, I just drove
bro,
through a fog cloud. I end up
dude,
on Earth 12.
we are living in bizarro world. Okay, and we have been for a long time. We have. We've been in bizarro world. That's why I wanted to end. I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is. I had my time.
You ready for
I've
the
had it.
goddamn Galactus to come down here and eat the
Yeah.
planet and shit?
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Galactus
This is
came to
probably a
eat the
reason.
planet.
I honestly, I'm not outside at night like that. But like when I'm on my train and it's nighttime as I'm coming home from work, I look up in the sky and there's that hope. There's that hope. There really is. I'm scanning the skies. I'm looking so I could flash the most amazing smile, the smile of relief. Okay. I'm just waiting.
I remember my cousin would say he was like, we was talking about this shit. He was like, man, he asked me. He just saw it because it came out. He was like, "Hey, you seen that the Jurassic Park movie?" I'm like, "What the man? Yeah, I saw it like 2 years ago."
Yeah.
He was like, "I want to live in that world, man." I'm like, "With
Yeah.
dinosaurs?" He was like, "I can't stand this goddamn planet, man."
Listen, dude,
He's like,
I get it. I get it. I get it. I totally understand it.
he said he'd rather take his chance with a goddamn T-Rex, man.
You know what? He makes a lot of sense. He makes a hell of a lot of
He's
sense.
like, I want to live in that world, man.
I understand him
I guess he
completely
said
because I'm
My
just
if
like,
good,
if it go left, it's gonna be over real quick.
yeah,
This
I'm
yeah,
telling you.
painful suffering right now.
I'm telling
yeah.
you, this generation of society really needs to get it together. And the sad part is it's not together right now, and I don't think it'll ever be together. I don't think it'll ever be together.
No,
Before there was levels. Don't get me wrong. In our past, when we were growing up, it wasn't perfect. I get that, but at the same time, there was at least some levels of respect. You understand? As time progressed on, it was much less. It's getting less and less and less year by year by year. It's sad, man. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? Again, I really believe end of days is coming. Yeah, yeah, and that's it.
I know you're a person who takes public transportation.
Yes,
Man, listen,
yes.
the kids in the morning.
Oh,
Do
Jesus,
you hear the conversations that be playing?
bro, this is what
mm,
I'm talking about.
Oh,
This is these conversations these kids are having while you're your mass transit, and you're like, yo,
stuff
do
you
you
wouldn't
realize
think
you're
about.
saying this publicly?
I don't even think they care.
That's the thing. They don't care.
What? Man, I can remember one time me and my friends
Hmm.
we were coming home from somewhere. I
Hmm.
say downtown Brooklyn. We coming home.
Okay.
So we on the train, but we not carrying on or nothing. We just
Right.
walking and stuff. So I get to my stop. I get off the train. I turn my head. My father's in the same car with me. In the same car with me the whole
Wow.
freaking
Wow.
time.
Wow.
And I'm like, thank God I wasn't being
For sure.
What? That's the fear I had.
See, what you just said, Reg, I truly wish that a lot of, and I'm not gonna say all young, I'm not gonna say because they're God bless them, because there's a few that understand and have that respect. So thank goodness it's not the whole generation that's lost. Thank goodness for that. But for a lot, I wish they had how you were. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't acting up. You was with your friends. You had these conversations. It's not disrespectful to anybody that's in earshot that might hear it and look at you funny, like, or disgusted because you're using language or references like that on that level. You know what I'm saying? And then when you saw your father, because again, you don't know who's in the car with you or you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that.
Yep.
Bro, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. That's why, like I said, I keep looking up at the sky. I was like, okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it, God. I get it.
Yo.
Telling you.
Bro. I can't knock you, man. It's
yeah.
That part, yeah, with Reg is saying, yeah, I've heard kids. I'm like, oh my God, man.
Yeah.
You know, one of a guy I used to play football with, he told me this is years ago, it's like 5-6 years ago. He told me, he was like, yo, these kids nowadays, he's like, they don't know.
Right.
This dude used to be hardcore back in the day, man. This dude was like, this kid tried to square up for me up in the mall, man. And I was like, well, what happened? He's like, I choked him out. I'm like, he told me straight up, he's like, I choked him out. I ain't gonna lie, man. He was like, he old enough to talk shit to me. You old enough to get choked out.
There you go. That's it.
Wasn't it a couple of years? It might be a while ago where this older gentleman, he put the beats on this kid, slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah.
He kept following him. I was like, yo, what is wrong with y'all? Like,
I
known as man.
Exactly.
We have a certain level of patience.
Very
low. It's very low. We're not playing out here because
no.
we don't know what you got.
And you can't play. Exactly. And you can't play. But you know what, though? Honestly, I think Hollop said it best. You know, he was talking about de-escalation. Now, I understand that. And he's right. He is right. You know, we need to execute that. And I know it's tough. And I get it. I know it's tough, but I say this for a reason, because like you just said, we don't know what this person these kids have. You know, we're seeing really we're in the age of bitch assness, and we have been for a while. You understand? Where young males now will use weapons instead of using their fists. You know what I'm saying? Because they're scared to take an ass whipping. You know, but you live. You know what I'm saying? Because I know when I had fights, listen, either winning or losing, after the fight, we normally became friends after that. As weird as that is, as it sounds, but we became friends.
Never lied.
You know what I'm saying? But we lived. Both of us walked away and we lived. And we lived not in fear of retaliation of somebody coming around the corner with a gun trying to end our life. You know? So now these punks, because that's what they are. They're punks. They have to have knives. They have to have guns. Yo, you don't know. You don't know. So now, as older gentlemen, we want to get back to our family. We want to get back to our loved ones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not be hurt or killed by some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So when Hollis talked about de-escalation, I was like, you know what? He's right. Because I had a temper. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'd be the type, I was evil. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like walking in Manhattan. If a mother freaker ain't gonna move, I'm gonna make you move. I'm gonna run right into you with my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna bump the hell out of him. I'm not gonna lie to you. My lady will tell you that. She'll tell you. And she was like, "No, you can't do that." And it because I'm kind of thick-headed, so it took me a minute. But I finally applied it into my life, and now that's how I look. I just looked at de-escalate, and guess what? There's nothing wrong with that. It's not you being a punk, but it's about just wanting to live, just reducing the odds of being a victim of stupid violence by these young people out here. Because they're punks and they will carry a weapon.
No, that's true.
It's more of self-preservation than anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Me personally, if I don't have to put myself in a position, you understand, I go out of my way. I don't have nothing to prove to anybody.
No, absolutely.
I made it this far. I'm trying to get as far as I can get. And I'm not gonna let no stupidity.
No, don't
get me off a track.
Yeah, don't, brother. It's not worth it.
Not necessarily mine, but somebody else's. No,
for sure, it's not worth it, my dude. It's not worth it at all.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, patience.
Yeah,
I've had to learn to be really, really patient because I come from that era, man. I'm like, yo, man. I grew up in North. I'm like, yo, you must be tripping, man. I will I will stomp a mud on your ass.
I know you will, brother. I know you will.
Even
it's not still in us because it's not.
It's still in us, right? But we have to just try to not let it control us.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta kind of suppress it. We have to.
But yeah, man. Like I told you. With my job, this is 2021, and I remember not the dude I work with. He was there when this happened.
Okay.
But this dude ran up on us, and I was not having it, man. This is after my parents died. We come out the pandemic. This dude is just barking, and he was like, "Oh, you can't put this down and stuff like that." I called my supervisor, and then that wasn't enough. He just kept it up, and I could just see myself going from level. Once I get to 100. I went from 10 to 100. And then I was like, he just said something. I was like, yeah. I was like, what, you got what you wanted, man.
Right.
Why are you still talking, man? I was like, get in your car and bounce, man. And then he said some other shit. I was like, see? And I told the dude I was like, you see this shit? I was like, this is what fucking clowns do, man. I was like, yo, do you see me coming on your job kicking dicks out your mouth?
Yeah.
Then he got pissed again. He's like, what'd you say? I was like, you heard me, man. And then he took a few steps. I was like, don't do it.
Please.
And then Steve got between me and him. And then he's still talking. I'm like, yo, this dude is not going to save you, man. I was like, I don't like him.
Right.
So he ain't going to stop me. And then he got in the truck, he left, and then we driving off. And I was steaming, man. And the dude I used to work with, he was like, he wasn't really going to fight that dude. I was like, dude, if he had got within the circumference of my arms, it would have been a slaughter, yo.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, I'm not in the mood, man. I was like, I lost my parents. I work with your dumb ass. I'm not trying to hear it.
No, absolutely, brother, absolutely.
But I had to take it down, man, because that would have been 15 years ago. I would have been like, forget it.
You already know. We gonna be. It's a lot of soul singing and flower bringing. That's what it would have been. I'm sure. Knowing you, for sure. There's no question about it. No question.
I'm the most patient individual on the goddamn planet.
For real.
That's how we have people.
So you reached that point.
Yeah, that's growth for me, man. I told my sister about it. My sister was like, "Oh," as soon as I saw something, she's like, "Oh my god."
You already know.
I'm like, yeah. I was like, nothing happened. She's like looking at me like, "We mean nothing." I was like, "I did not hit that man." She was like,
she was stunned.
Yeah, she was. She's looking at me. She's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Let me record this shit." I'm like,
at that point too, she was probably so proud of you as well. You know what I'm saying? In her shot. She was like, "Wow, okay, I like this."
Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, man, like she was like, let me call your daughter," and I'm like, "Yeah, let me call, call my, if it was
There
my
you
wife
go.
at the time, because she
Right.
would have gave it to me. She was like, why are you getting in? I'm like, look, I ain't gonna be letting people talk to me like I'm some little
Right.
ass kid.
Exactly. You can't.
But
again,
now,
right.
you know,
Yeah.
it's just a weird time that we live in, man. It's like
It is. It is, brother.
because I be seeing kids, I'm like, oh my god, I want to smack. I was like, I want to just shake this shit out this kid.
I trust me. I get it. I've been there, even to this day. But I'm just like, no. I'm gonna chill.
Yeah, I don't want to spank them. I just want to shake them. I mean, like literally, just shake the shit out of them.
See, you're good. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. In my mind, I'm on some other level, but I said I can't do this in real life. No, we're gonna execute patience and just calmness. Yeah, So what's that bullshit? That Buddha, Namrio, whatever that.
Yeah, that don't. Yeah, man.
You remember that movie, Bad Boys 2?
Yeah.
With the scene in the bathroom. Look at the dead guy. That's all.
Gentlemen, yo, you know what? I gotta break out, but I want to thank you guys, man. Thank you, Ronan. Thank you, Reggie. Thank Dominic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened to the rest of the brothers tonight, but it's all good. All right. And again, next week we'll be on again. But let me just say this. Share. Like, comment, dislike. Any kind of reaction is always appreciated. So we'll be on next week. I don't know if we're gonna do some sports or not. I just might do a whole unhinged and just let it all hang out and just say, let it all hang out. And that'll be it. Offend some people, piss people off and whatnot, and that's just what it is.
Good.
All right.
All right, fellas.
All right, gentlemen. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you all.
All right, brothers. Be good.
All right. Peace.